We is recording.
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Lost Mine of Phandelver. When we last left off, the group was on their way to the ruins of Thunder Tree for a little catch back up. Somebody's beloved aunt, who I kept trying to convince him was dead. Oh, how I was mistaken. If he had just told me her name, that whole thing would have been taken care of. However, Rick Sanchez's aunt, Queelan Alderley, has suggested that the characters go to the ruined town of Thunder Tree and consult with the druid Reedith, who might know the whereabouts of Cragmaw Castle, Wave Echo Cave, and or both. And remember, Wave Echo Cave is the place you're trying to find. It's supposed to have all the magical properties and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like magic.
So, you're on your way. You're heading towards the town of Neverwinter because it is on the way. It is on the way to the Thunder Tree ruins. You decided to take a small, or not a small rest, but you decided to take a long rest. When you were ambushed. Fair enough. I'm gonna get to that. They were ambushed. They fought an owlbear. She skinned an owlbear. Very cool. What is on your phone?
After I slinging blade cut its head
You
off.
broke your phone.
After I slinging blade cut a... You seriously?
Yeah. I'm gonna pay to get that fixed. Although his is worse.
You gotta pay to get a damn otter box like in my...
I got an otter box. It's just when
Look what an otter box does.
Yeah, look what an otter box did. How'd you do yours? Distractions. We'll get to that later. So, everyone also leveled up. Except for Thormir.
29 health points.
Thormir was already level 3.
And I don't have plate armor yet.
Some of you might be noticing we're missing a couple people. Kane, who plays Theron, his mother's in the hospital right now, so he's being by her side, and that's well and good. Best wishes and prayers go out to him and his mother.
Oh, I have 3 times.
Corey, who is Thormir, our residential monk drunk monk. I can't even talk. Apparently, I'm drunk. The drunk monk had car issues. His truck refused to start because vehicles do that shit. So, I'm going to be playing Thormir. Eric's going to be playing Theron.
Yeah.
Tis I.
Yay. Taylor, you should be happy.
So, that's all that. So, to pick up, and we're sponsored today by a plate of pizza rolls.
But
Yeah.
hashtag not spun, hashtag could be sponsored.
Hashtag not hashtag.
Hey, Dostino, hook us up.
Oh, by the way, I got news back from D&D Beyond. They said they really appreciated it, but at the time they're not looking for it. So, unfortunately, we did try to get, an official sponsorship from D&D Beyond. They were like, cool, but no. It was like, well, we still use you anyway.
They were like, you are too small. Thank you.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Appreciate it, and completely understandable.
Come back when you can monetize.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what happened.
That's
So-
everything, though.
Okay, so you've now all...
Well, if the YouTube apocalypse ever gets over with.
You've now all woken up from your long rest, and you all feel rejuvenated. You all feel like you have this energy about you that wasn't there before. You feel like you can go out and take on anything that comes back before. So,
What magic is it?
you're
I'm glad my name is not Jack.
so you're all gonna hop back on the trail to the town of Neverwinter. Who is going to be leading the party? Let's figure out marching orders real quick. You're all still going to be in the wagon, but just for sake of this, figure out the marching orders here.
I'm in the wagon.
Fair enough, but we need to know who's in front of who.
I shall drive.
Okay. Rick Sanchez or Theron driving?
John Cena.
John Cena. Why did I say Rick Sanchez?
I don't know. You must have had me confused for the other little short man.
I did.
He's still slightly shorter than
I need that. Thank you. Okay, there we go. So.
because I looked up at charts. Halflings are like just a tiny bit shorter than dwarves.
A foot shorter. However, they can be the same height,
Just a little.
So
I think.
let's get this going. This is how everybody's going.
Everybody settled in
Hey,
back
no,
there.
should be a gnome. He could be even shorter.
Giddy up.
Okay, so as you're riding along this little trail, heading towards the town of Neverwinter, and I haven't said that enough because I'm procrastinating. Eric, since you're leading the party, I need you to roll me a d20, and I'll let you choose to either add your perception or your survival.
Let's.
8, either way.
First roll of the day, and it's not that good.
Okay. You don't see anything, you just keep on chucking along this
You see
trail.
dirt.
Well, off on the road to Neverwinter.
Would anybody else, as you're riding along, you've got trees to your left, trees to your right, does anybody else want to make a perception and or survival check as you're riding? There.
Please not.
Dwarf, please ensure that you're keeping an eye on things.
God fucking damn it!
What'd you roll?
1.
Okay, well,
God fuck.
hey, you've got toes. Look at where it lies.
9.
Wrong one.
Yeah, I was about to say, that is not a 9.
Yeah, Theron rolled a 9.
Ha!
Okay, what'd you roll?
16.
Okay, now,
16.
God
so,
damn it, you made me think you rolled
perception or survival. Which one are you going to add? You got to choose one.
You can only choose one.
Survival.
Survival?
See, and now
Okay.
I'm rolling it. Motherfucker.
Rick Sanchez, you notice out of the corner of your eye something moving along in the tree line off in the distance. You get a beat on it as you're still all riding along, and everybody's just like, "Ooh, pretty birds."
Fuck you.
You notice this movement. You start to hone in on it using your rogue-like skills, and you notice it's an orc. One orc to be exact.
Do they notice us?
There was only one.
Does he notice you? You believe he does. He notices to keep looking that way, but keep going in the direction he's
I
going.
tell everybody there is at least one orc to our right.
To your right.
There's at least one orc to our right. He seems to notice that we are here.
And he might be a scout.
Calling me crazy, but it is my belief that where there is one orc, there is more.
I agree.
Who was saying that? Up there.
Theron will have kind of like the British deep voice, whereas John Cena's going to be like, I believe there might be more than one.
We're not going to be able to tell you
Oh,
apart
do we
very
wait?
easily.
Alright.
Okay, so you've noticed this orc noticing you. What's everyone going to do?
I'm gonna just try to see if I can reach my bow without him noticing.
How far away would the orc be?
I'm going to say
I need to roll. I'm gonna get the bow out.
Oh yeah. 9.
probably.
9. 3.
Here, will you move?
Wait, he has the exact same box.
No, mine's different.
I'm not calling
Uh-huh.
it. It isn't different.
Actually, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow, it's gold and his is.
His is a little bigger, I think. I'm not sure.
Well,
He's right here. He's 60 feet off to you to where the tree line
Oh,
is.
yeah, yours is well.
And he's about keeping up with us. Or is he trying to go away?
Really?
He's not necessarily keeping up with you, but you notice it looks like he's tracking you.
Yeah, he be watching.
while everybody's trying to make their plans
Hey,
and
I got the
everything,
longbow. Damn it.
Theron stands up in the back of the
Okay.
wagon and at the top of his lungs, "'Tis I,
As soon as he does
Theron!
that,
Come forward and
I fire my
identify
shot.
yourself,
I know
peon."
you're on first.
then fire your shot too.
I do it.
Okay, hold on.
I do it.
Okay. So, what are you doing? You're just making yourself known?
Theron yells at them, "'Tis I, Theron!
Yell
Come
like me.
forward and identify yourself, peon."
Make a persuasion.
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
13.
That's not very high.
He steps out of the woods.
Mhm.
He's gonna come.
With 2 arrows at his face.
Yeah, I'm
20.
firing him.
He steps forth. And you notice his and you notice he's carrying a long sword, and he says, "You trespassed in the wrong place."
Can I fire a shot to technically like pin him to the ground by his boots or something? Can I technically do that?
Try.
16, 17, 18, 19. So it's a try or is it a do?
That is a do.
Because I roll a 19, I get double crit by him.
That a do. Can you give me a pizza roll, please? I agree.
So yeah, he's pinned to the ground where he is.
Get his foot. So his foot's now stuck to the ground, and he just yells out, "Ah! You pay for that!"
I knock another arrow. Say what?
I
What?
am Theron, speaker for the
He'll
darkness.
know that
I go where I please. Who do you think you are to tell me otherwise?
She said say
I
what?
shot him right after he
What?
started talking.
No, like
I
Fair
you
enough.
shot
know,
for his throat.
Make a roll.
Inquisition. Inquisition. Sarah.
Well,
That hits.
Just
in
say what?
Inquisition, it's a reference actually to Pulp Fiction.
In total, that is
Say what?
Say what?
22.
Motherfucker.
Very quickly, I realized I messed up. Amy, I need you to roll me damage on your shot.
This is a D8, right?
Yes.
This is a crit, right?
6.
No, hers is not.
Oh, it was a crit, yeah. 19.
You didn't roll a 19.
fair enough.
You didn't roll a
19.
19.
So, 6.
You
No,
didn't
no,
roll
you
a
have to
19.
roll a 19, same as you roll a 20. You
Yeah.
can't
Alright,
add
well,
up.
that's
You
it.
crit on 2 numbers.
Okay, so 6.
These is
Okay.
good.
What was your damage?
5.
Oh, no, wait. 6. Do I add my attack bonus or the...
It's a
or the
plus
grade?
3
the
piercing
plus.
or whatever.
9.
Mine's 5.
So
Okay.
14 damage.
So, as he's pinned to the ground and he's sitting there, what? Just all of a sudden,
I said what?
you just notice a small hole show up and blood starts spurting out and he just falls wham, straight to his face onto the ground.
You heard me, right? I said what?
I go looted.
Or I said just say what?
Go and loot.
John Cena reaches out and grabs the running halfling.
I disengage.
Who killed him?
Me and him. Me and her.
The blood's spurting out to the front.
Somebody
Was
didn't want
me.
him talking.
It could be. Oh, the way you described it made it sound like
Right,
he was shot
no,
from
it
behind.
went this way, but the blood just
No,
did like a little fountain.
the way you described it, it sounded like he'd been shot from behind. Never mind. Go loot the corpse.
Woohoo! I looted. Stealthy.
I put my bow away.
Okay, roll stealth.
John Cena's sitting there going, there might be others. Be careful.
Can I make another perception check?
I'm re-rolling that. It's a natural 1.
Oh, by the way,
Using lucky.
he did.
Oh, he very much did. Thank you.
Can I make another
Do
perception
you want to
check?
play it where it lies? It's up to you.
We'll play it where it lies.
This is a 19.
19.
Plus 7.
Okay, guess what? You are
22.
very stealthy.
You go to reach out for. Oh. You go to reach for me and I just disappear.
Can I make another perception check?
Yes, you can make another perception check. You find 3 copper.
God damn it!
Fuck.
6.
6. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Watch her. She is.
Baron is kind of talking to John Cena. He's like, by the way, dwarf, are you sober at this moment? Ah, yes. I'm Adric at the moment. Can't find any alcohol around here. Oh. Very well. I have a message that I was asked to convey from your, shall we say, other personality. What? He says to let you know that your axe is now, how did he word? Pup Slayer Bane, or Pup's Bane, Slayer of Children. Oh, son of a bitch!
I love him talking to himself. He can do it so well.
It worked.
I know it's coming.
Okay.
Do I hear him saying he can't find no alcohol?
Yes.
I just popped out. Went, hey, everybody!
Where the fuck you come from?
I just looted the corpse. I'm sad. Hey, did I not get his weapon?
No, you can choose to. It's just a
It is my
It's a
mission to try and
it's a
construct a
rusted
hidden blade in
longsword.
this game.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, then I'm gonna take a sword. You know, actually, I do. I do take it.
Okay.
You see a halfling. I'm guessing the sword's probably like that long, right?
The sword's as big as you.
You can see me dragging it along.
You're the dude from Seven Samurai now.
If I'm not mistaken, Thormir had like a barrel of it, didn't he? Or you did?
Thormir, you got any alcohol?
Well, of course. You got this big barrel.
John Cena or Adric walks over and just like bashes the top off the barrel, and you just see him.
I'm just
I mean, like it sounds like a porn star going down.
Right. At this very moment, you hear from the distance what sounds like galloping and a very familiar voice. Oh, Jonathan!
Oh dear God! I'm so glad we did this.
You notice coming up from behind you a familiar face.
You hear him like the cast slams on the ground. Good mother Sarah, that is holy. Where the fuck did you come from?
Well, you left in such a hurry. I couldn't dare let you go without one last kiss.
We have a ground
Fuck me.
Oh my
Not literally.
That's not what you said the other night.
I was drunk.
Taylor,
Suit you
I
all
take
out.
it back. I love you.
Lovely fancy question.
We have a side fan that I know personally, and she has some wonderful ideas.
Yeah. We're gonna be incorporating them too about the ship.
So,
Oh yeah.
as you're sitting there trying to paw off the
Yep.
Wretched vile creature.
yeah, that works too. The bartender / sheriff / she from
It's
the
Grail. Let's just say it's Grail.
yeah, pretty much.
Because everybody will get
Pretty much.
Not everybody.
ambiguous, unknown.
She sits there and she starts handing you bags. She hands you about 5 or so bags and says, "Well, I was afraid you wouldn't be coming back for a while, so I thought I'd bring you some rations and, of course, some more alcohol so I can continue to see my lovely Jonathan."
That's hilarious.
I'm just like holding the bag out like this.
John Cena's
'cause I'm
looking
not
at
sure
the
what's in
alcohol.
it.
I took one of the bags.
By the way,
looking
looking at the alcohol, it's 3 casks in the back of her wagon that she then ties off to the back of.
John Cena's looking at it. I hate to admit this, but I am strangely aroused right now.
Okay.
We looked
Very
at the
quickly,
bag.
while this whole thing's happening, what is everyone's passive perception?
10.
Passive
10.
13.
Theron is 12 and John is 16.
God
And
damn. I only got 13.
Boromir.
We've got a high wisdom. There's a spellcasting ability.
Wait a minute. No, Theron is 13. Actually, they're both 13. How's that?
Well, what it is your spellcasting ability, passive perception, is 10 plus whatever you would put towards that ability. Like,
Okay, yeah, I see.
So,
Alright, yeah, so they're both 13.
Noticing whatever.
okay.
Sorry.
Fair enough. You're very enthralled that this person, that the barkeep, has brought you all these rations. And before you could even notice, you are surrounded by orcs.
Oh, God damn it.
is she with the orcs?
It's not with you.
Okay.
In fact, as she notices
Oh,
the
boy.
orcs, she hops on her horse and rides away. They tried to shoot at her, but miss all her shots, and she's just
I fire
as
at the
she's
horse.
riding away.
I fire at
I'll
the
come
horse.
back for you.
I fire
later,
at the
sweetie."
horse.
You
I
miss.
fire.
I just look at it, bitch.
No, I don't.
Or
Yeah.
bastard. or
Coming out of the
whatever.
woods,
I holler at
from
her, thanks for the ale, and then I go stealth.
roll stealth at disadvantage because they already see.
18?
18.
18 plus 7.
Well, yeah, because you lost that natural 20.
Mm-hmm. 18 plus 7. I legitimately rolled an 18
and a
nat 20.
All right, hold on.
I'm getting full. What about y'all? I think I ate more than everybody else, though.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I want to say fuck you, but you're probably right, so I'm not gonna say anything. I was really hungry.
I have a bad habit about not eating in the morning.
Me too on my days off.
As you try to go stealth, one of the orcs yells out at you, "Don't try going anywhere short one!"
Oh, they called it short.
There are...
I want to know exactly who that was. For
you can't tell. These three come out.
Can I roll perception?
I get my bow.
Roll perception.
I have my bow.
I don't.
Okay.
6. I'll turn around and say, you're going to wish you have not said that.
You are encountered by 3 orcs.
I thought you said we were surrounded.
Shut up. You're encountered by 3 orcs, 2 of them holding javelins, 1 of them holding a great axe. You notice, when they came out of the woods confronting you, they came out of the woods from the same direction as the other orc.
Told you there might be more.
Something tells me I shouldn't have shot him.
Oh, they knew we were here.
Yeah. For all intents and purposes, the first one was a scout.
But 9 times out of 10,
and
if it's an orc.
He yelled out, and other orcs nearby heard him.
In my defense, 90% of the time, orcs are out to kill you in this game. That's fair to warriors. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, roll initiative. And I will ask for
Is
it.
that a 16 or a 19? I can't tell.
The 19.
How can you not tell 16 and 19?
Well, a 16
On the
upside
dice, they look about the same.
A 16 upside down would look like a... I don't know.
19, 20, 21, 30.
And for Thormir.
Yeah, he's not paying attention.
Okay, Saphira. What's your initiative?
Yes.
What's your fucking initiative?
I rolled a 19 plus
21.
I was trying to say
22.
22.
I was trying to say 30.
Rick Sanchez.
And so did she.
Rick Sanchez, what's your
Wait,
initiative?
what?
19.
No, I said 30 originally to see if he was
John Cena.
John Cena,
Ooh.
1.
1?
I
And
rolled a 2 and he has a negative 1.
wow, Baron.
15.
Do me a favor. Reroll that.
I need to go and make
8.
coffee. I'm starting to crash.
8. Okay. 7.
I'll wait till after my turn. No. I have a caffeine, blah, blah, but there's no close up program for that. So I'm not going to fix it. I think half the kids in our school had a caffeine addiction. We've had a problem with it. She keeps bulldozing Gus out of the bowl, and she's been eating all the food.
Really?
Reba, no! Oh, god dang it!
Too late.
Put her in the crate.
Not doing that.
God dang it, there's 10 falling away. Yeah, I don't know if I can. I'm very fat, Eric! Underestimate my fatness. Reba. Reba, you are ridiculous.
Like, but
Where are the paper towels? You left the oven on, Charlie.
My bad. To be fair, in all
paper
honesty...
towels still over there, Dom?
I'll get a wee grab this.
In
Yes.
defense, what?
In my defense, he turned it on.
You got out the food, therefore it's your duty to turn it on.
Alright, you're gonna hate me. But love me at the same time.
What the hell again?
An 8 after he re-rolled with the re-roll.
Oh, that okay. Yeah, John was the one who rolled it. So
Yeah.
I put it in there.
Gus.
Yeah, good thing I got a mop today anyway.
At 3rd level, I have 7 spells.
Dang it, Reba. Dang it.
John. Okay. So.
There's water on the floor.
No. Once again, we're wrong. Stupid.
Cross fingers. I'm about to have to check underneath the sink again.
Well, we need to do this.
Well, babe, there's water all over the floor.
Brought to you in part by
Nobody.
nobody.
Okay,
Giant fucking gap
under
here.
the sink. It isn't coming out from under the sink, so that's good.
Yay!
We literally had to just fix it, like, not even a month.
Okay, can you come sit down? You're literally the first person to get.
I'm not making coffee, bitch. You want me to play? You better let me make my coffee.
Never mind.
It's like, damn, gotta wait.
Sorry.
Alright.
Okay.
Take it back little checks.
Okay, I am a little ways away, so I'm going to take my longbow and I'm going to fire at this one.
Okay.
I can add my attack bonus to my roll, or can I add
To your roll
okay.
to hit. Yeah.
19 plus
That's
7,
a
so
crit. That's a crit. That is a crit at that. Roll damage.
Okay.
Roll your dice and double.
12.
Plus
Plus 3.
Plus 3. So
15.
15. The first orc, who was the one holding the axe, you just noticed your arrow straight in bed in his skull.
I one-shot an orc!
His eyes roll back and whew,
I one-shot an
How much
orc! Oh my
damage
god,
did you
this is
down
awesome.
he goes.
13.
15. She
Alright,
did 15.
Wait for
Okay.
me.
Rick Sanchez.
So the orcs have not gone yet.
Oh my
Orcs
god,
have not gone yet.
I get advantage.
You get advantage.
Yes. It is a part of my
Charles, we gotta move
assassinate.
everything.
What are you doing, man?
It is a part of my assassinate ability.
Ah. Okay.
Starting at 3rd level, you're your deadliest when you get a drop on divinity on enemies. You have advantage on attack rolls against a creature that hasn't taken a turn yet.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Alright.
Roll to attack and roll with advantage.
Also, if I have advantage on someone, I get sneak attack.
I got you.
I promise I wouldn't lie to you. That's 4,
With advantage.
and that's a 3. I miss.
Okay.
That was a 3.
You.
You want that again, buddy?
Yeah. Just. So.
That did not work. I am sad now.
I'm sorry. dude.
So.
I could have one-shot an orc too.
It is now Theron's turn.
I got this.
Theron is speaking to the orcs. And let's see.
I have a whole mason jar full.
Each one's 5 feet again on each, right?
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't use my movement.
You did not use your movement.
I'm not moving, but I didn't use it. Just
Okay.
pointing that out.
Okay. Alright. So he's like, it is so fortuitous that you have arrived. And as he's speaking, he's moving forward. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
What's this? The roll?
25, and he's moving here at 30.
Okay.
Which that puts him.
Can we just do a rule that
right
after
here.
this, Corey's not allowed to complain about not getting to kill stuff?
Alright.
Technically, you did kill stuff.
It is so fortuitous that you have arrived here. These thieves and bandits attacked me, and I am only still alive because of the actions of your noble friend. And he's saying this, and as he gets, and he's walking closer, and as soon as he gets to where he's at here, as he's positioned there in the cone, and he burning hands.
Before he did that, I was looking at you, like, I fucking told you.
So, go ahead.
Told me about what?
That's a dex
Remember,
saving throw.
you said they were
Okay,
trying to tell
what
me, oh, I
is
should be
the
nice.
DC?
You should be nice.
again. Well, right before he did the calm thing, I was sitting there like, so you
Should be
fucking
your
turned on us,
spellcasting.
or-
Really? Well, watch
You said
this.
dexterity.
Yep, it's going to be...
And then I point out the fact that he just burning hands though.
1 second.
Before that, Saphira was like, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, and
The,
then, right as he used it, I'm like,
14.
oh, really? And then you turn your head and see
I
him.
still don't trust him.
Don't
He
trust him.
saves.
Or, hang on, 15, I'm sorry, 15.
15?
I was looking at the wrong sheet.
Why don't you just fucking get it over with?
Still saves.
I hit both of them.
Half damage.
I will
Oh,
stab
okay.
you, halfling.
He saved. Second one
I stab you back.
did not save.
Alright, so one of them takes half damage, one of them does not. And
Okay.
I'm thinking she
Charles,
has lead
can I borrow
stuff
3 of your
as well.
d6s?
He takes half damage. He takes full damage.
I got my little box. I need it.
Oh, you casted at first level?
Yeah.
Okay. That's 6, 10, that's 15.
15 damage.
In total. Half to the one that saved.
Okay. This orc screams out in agony, "Ah!" as he falls to the ground.
Did you call me short?
Into a big black heap. The other one takes half, so he's going to take.
I yell out,
7.
please, for the love of God, leave the other one alive.
As he is now nice and charred up, he is going to, since you're standing right there.
My friends, do you like your orc well done or medium rare?
Okay.
I like him alive.
So
Roll my
medium
eyes.
rare, I believe, is what you are insinuating.
No, alive, not cooked.
He's looking medium rare. So,
I'm just over there rolling my eyes.
so he is going to swing at Theron. What is Theron's AC?
12.
I hate this.
That is a hit.
My
What do you
favorite-
roll?
My favorite dragon.
He rolled a
last name is
16
Theron.
plus 5.
Fuck.
He rolled a 21. 21. And it is a
People to call him Theron after hours. Those fellas are-
10 points of slashing damage to Theron.
God.
Curse you and the wolf you rode it in on.
Okay, now it is Thormir's turn.
Keep him alive, that's all I ask.
So,
it's Thorn.
Thormir,
He's, like, probably gonna belch up some alcohol and light it on fire. And clean
Anything you can do, I can do better. Or is it you?
It's like, how do you like my burning hands? Ooh. That'd be hilarious.
no, I thought he had Flurry of Blows.
He does.
Yeah, that's one.
It is not on here.
And maybe he does not. I do not know.
Oh, no, there it is. Apologies. Not my character sheet. I don't know where shit is. Okay, so he's going to try to. He's going to come up. So
No, since they use burning hands, they should just like belch up.
5.
on
He's
them.
going to come up. Or is that you? Oh, that's the Thorn one that we're using for now. So he's going to come up and he's going to use a Flurry of Blows. Oh no, he's got to do that on a normal action.
Nah.
So he's going to throw a dart at him. Actually, as he's coming up, he's going to throw a dart at him. So
Really, you're gonna throw a dart from 2
he
feet
misses the dart, but as a bonus action, he's going to use Flurry of Blows. So that hits. And
Oh man, I wish I tightened this footage on myself.
what is it? It's a D4 for unarmed strikes, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
it's not on here. Okay, so
That's really crooked.
4 damage and 2. So he takes a total of 6 damage. So as Thormir comes up, he throw punches him right away, then spins around and back elbows him right in the temple. Leaving the orc woozy, he stumbles back a second, shakes it off, and then stares you down again. It is now John Cena's turn.
Leave him alive. For the love of God, I will get you more L. You leave him alive.
Oh, really?
Yes.
John Cena takes out Pupsbane. Or not Pupsbane, the other throwing axe that he has.
Okay.
And spins it around, and he's throwing it so that it's spinning end over end, but with the flat side coming towards you.
Fair enough.
So non-lethal,
So a non-lethal attack.
non-lethal throwing attack with the axe.
Okay.
What was
And that is going to go.
Go ahead.
That is going to go as horribly as you desire it to go because it's a natural one.
God.
So Roll me some damage.
With the hand axe.
With the hand axe and half it. Because you're using the blunt.
No, no.
No.
Shut up. No matter. Saphira did ask Rick to remind her to get armor at the next count.
3.
Because I forgot the past 3.
Okay, so as you throw it, you're still a little wobbly from being confronted by your now stalker, and considering you just downed a whole cask of ale, you, little wobbly, take it, throw your axe, and it hits Theron in the back of the head, dealing him 3 damage.
Oh, Saphira is trying to stifle a laugh. She's like,
I laughed.
You shut, bastard. What can I say? I threw it at the orc on the right.
Thormir turns to you. Hey, that's my brother. Only I can do that.
Yeah,
It is
well,
now.
apparently I do it better than you.
well,
Don't.
It is now
kill
Saphira's
the orc.
turn.
okay,
Saphira.
after I'm doing this, try not to
Saphira.
laugh.
Okay.
Actually, John Cena is going to use a bonus action.
Oh, hold on. Bonus
I'm
action
sorry.
for John Cena.
John Cena is using healing touch as a bonus action.
Mhm.
Healing touch.
Yeah, because I ain't healing.
Or healing word, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Healing word, I'm sorry.
I was about
Healing
to say.
word is a bonus action, which that is...
Oh yeah, I have 5 potions. I thought I had none.
1d4 plus
Plus
I have
2.
5
if I'm not
potions. I thought
mistaken.
I had none.
But I'm a life cleric.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
plus
Plus
2.
1d4 plus 5.
Charlie, check the recording.
It's I can see
It's
it from
good.
here.
Alright,
That was cold.
so
healing.
Theron gets 7 health back.
Okay,
How far was he?
He had 4 HP left.
I knew it was down there.
and that's meta, so you shouldn't. So,
No, I was.
make your attack.
It wouldn't matter though. That's what's not meta.
Don't
because
kill
I,
him.
It's meta,
I
you're
know
not
it's
supposed to
luck.
know.
It's meta.
No, it's like, I know it's luck.
That's meta. But you're not supposed to know.
Don't kill him.
I guess I'm gonna try.
I won't punish you because you can't do anything to have helped him out in that situation anyway. So,
That's why I was.
but for now, but you can ask. That's meta.
Don't kill him.
So,
I'm thinking.
That's all Rick
I'm
screamed.
thinking.
Rick said it like 5 times at this.
I'm trying to think because
Come
there are 2 people in front of me.
come on.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna get an
try
hourglass and start.
What you play? You wanna just...
You know what, Dalton? I'm fixing to fucking.
Just
hurt
make
you.
your attack.
I'm trying to fucking. I'm just gonna hit him. I'm gonna try and whiz the fucking arrow between them because I have no other ideas. I'm gonna try and pin him to the ground like I did the last one. 17.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
3.
Okay, and with that, as your arrow goes whizzing past both Theron and Thormir, it catches him right in the knee. He falls down to the ground, clutching his knee, and passes out due to sheer pain. You are no longer in initiative.
I run up to him and say, "Are you dead, damn it?"
You notice he's breathing, but he's
Hell
unconscious.
yes.
Once upon a time, he was a sellsword, such as ourselves. But then he was pierced through the knee by an arrow.
In the nature like it.
Hey, can you do the same thing on this orc that you did to Theron? I'm asking John Cena this.
Whatever do you mean?
Well, he looks a little bit better. Doesn't look on death's door.
What, you want?
To heal the orc just a little bit.
Why would I heal this? Why would I heal the green slimy bastard?
Because I gotta ask him 2 questions.
Yes, you can search the body.
John,
One
Okay.
is, where
You
did they
know
come
what?
from?
you know what?
Or you
You
got
gave me some ad. So, I will return the favor. But you owe me.
You're only going to find their
John-
weapons. They're carrying javelins and great.
John Cena walks over, takes the top off a health potion.
Okay.
And he's only going to pour half the health potion in.
Okay.
I don't know what it would normally heal, but he's going for a half heal.
While he's doing that,
Is it
I'm
normal?
tying him up.
It's just one of the normal potions.
Normal health potions, D4 plus 2.
So
While
it's
he's
going to be
I'm
D2
tying
plus
him.
1. D2 plus 1.
Yeah, or you could just roll it normal and half it if you want.
3.
Okay, so he is
Alright. So
3. He wakes up.
he's
Tied, restrained, with me on top of him.
When did you say that?
I was telling you.
He said that he was tying him up.
Okay.
I'm tying him up with my rope.
Okay. So he wakes up now, bound, shuffling about,
I'm
trying to
on
get
top
out
of
of his
him.
bond. But what do you want?
2
short
questions.
one?
First question: where did y'all come from?
I'll never tell.
You sure you don't want to tell? I start pissing down his face.
Okay. So, are you making an investigation, intimidation? What are you doing?
I'm pissing on his
Pissing
face.
on his face.
That's all I'm doing.
Okay, fair enough. Piss on his face.
I piss on his face a little bit, pull him up, and say, okay. Take a cloth. Now, do you want to tell
He
me or
spits your
not?
piss back in your face.
He actually drunk it up and went, refreshing.
Do you want to die?
I want to do something.
What do you want to do?
Now I'm trying to intimidate him.
Okay, go on intimidation.
I mean, he's-
That's a 5 plus 3, 8.
Spits right in your face.
Walk it off. It's like, okay. Who has to shit?
I got a better idea.
If I have carpenter's tools, is it fair to say that I have an engraving tool who would be a little, like, nail-like instrument?
No. Engraving tools and carpenter tools are very different.
But it would be fair to say you have a nail.
You would have nails and a hammer and things like that.
And you would have a chisel.
I come over with a nail and a hammer.
What are you going to do with it?
Which one's the nail I didn't hit?
Well, you can very well tell because one of them still has an arrow in it.
Well, I'm gonna go from the one that doesn't have an arrow in it. I place a nail on his knee and I say, I'm in a very foul mood today, so I'm only gonna say this once. Where did you guys come from?
Theron's standing off to the side, and he
Make
speaks
a-
up and Theron speaks up and says, "I would recommend listening to her. I do believe she has been bleeding."
I turn around and punch him in the nuts.
Oh, see what I mean?
Make a persuasion check.
What
With
I roll?
just roll a d20, add your persuasion. Roll with advantage if you'll let me finish.
3.
Oh my god!
With advantage?
No, I
She
fucking.
rolled a 2 and a 3.
I went over a freaking bump in the map, so.
You know how I did it? You know how I rolled a 4 and then a 3? She
That's
did the
how.
reverse.
So, fair enough. He looks over at you and he says, I'll let you nail me anytime. And winks.
I hit him in the jaw with the hammer, then hit the nail.
I stopped her. I was like, don't hit him!
Too late. So, roll.
Wait, you know what? Let's have the other half of the health potion.
Just roll a d4. Straight d4.
3.
3. Okay, yeah. You notice his jaw visibly break and his left half is hanging lower than his right half.
Like, does it break or does it come out of place?
It's broke.
broke.
If fucking you get hit in the face with a hammer, tell me if it breaks or it dislocates.
I'm not
And
stupid enough to be tied up.
I hit the nail next.
Okay, and you bludge the nail into his knee, and he's unconscious again.
Can I have the other half of
That's
that
why I
health
look
potion?
at him. That's why I look at John Sam.
You're all just a bunch of amateurs when it comes to interrogation.
Very quickly before you
Hey,
can do
I'm
anything. Okay.
Rick, you go shove this thing down his throat.
With pleasure.
You can have the other half of my health potion.
Okay.
Down his throat.
Would it work? Never mind. Pour it down his throat. I had an idea.
Were you gonna ask would it work if you shoved it up his ass?
Yes!
Considering you can shove alcohol up your ass and it gets you drunker quicker, yes, it would work.
It is a more pure form of absorption.
It'll actually heal him more.
Wow.
Straight to the liver.
I'll pour it down his throat.
Okay. D4 plus 2, then half it, because it's only a half.
3 plus 2 minus half?
Yeah.
2.5.
Round down 2.
Yeah. Cool. So he just keeps floating around this number. So okay, so he's back to consciousness. You notice he's very woozy.
Did you call me short?
One second, that one didn't do enough. John Cena walks over, rolls the orc over onto his stomach. Let me show you.
You'll find out.
Let me show you how you kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Fucking map.
Hey, Mr. Orc, if you don't enjoy this, you should talk to my friends. Pulls down his pants, grabs the widest bottle health potion he can find,
Okay.
shoves it into his ass,
Right.
and pours the whole
Okay.
health potion.
So, as he's screaming, go ahead and roll.
What do you want me to roll?
D4 plus 2.
So that's going to be 6.
He's still tied up with a rope.
He is still tied up with a rope, but he is feeling very strong now. And he is going to attempt to break these
He,
bonds.
however, has an arrow and a nail in both his knees.
Fair enough. He still will say that with disadvantage. Okay, yeah, he does not break those bonds.
I have more nails, just saying.
Oh, you wanna try that, big boy? John Cena takes the flat of his axe and just smacks one of his ass cheeks, breaking the bottle.
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
Me?
Yes, you.
Same,
Natural fucking 20.
I was gonna say, I could give him a lobotomy if he doesn't want to talk.
Okay, so as you've now sodomized and broken his tailbone, he starts to tell you everything. He says he comes from an orc encampment to the west.
In the west?
Yeah, see?
In West Orc Encampment,
You're going this
born
way.
and
To your
raised.
Yeah. He comes from an orc encampment to the east, hidden in a, as he would describe it, a giant crack in the ground. You recognize this as being told from the townmaster. He's speaking of the orc encampment of Wyvern Tor, and you know that it's straight this way.
Wyvern Tor?
That's really far away.
Okay.
Oh, my apologies. Not Wyvern Tor.
It's rolling weird on this damn. No.
You rolled it.
Yeah, I rolled 2 nat 20s in a row because of this little thing right there.
Okay, sorry. He does not say he comes from Wyvern Tor. He says he's coming from a place known as the Cragmore Hideout, which you recognize as Sildar Hallwinter telling you about this place.
I asked him, would it be fair to say your own kind would kill you if we let you go? For telling us that?
He's not saying anything. He's biting his lips now, trying to. You notice the bottle in his ass start to push out a little bit. Go right in, push out, go right in. He's trying to push the bottle out of his ass,
For
but
God's sake, John Cena,
it's failing horribly.
I walk over and tell him.
I think it's rather amusing that he's fucking himself trying to get it out.
Yes, it's very funny. He's still on his back.
Oh, please, oh God, just put him out of his misery.
Not my problem. He's rich.
I walk up to him like, okay, thank you for telling us that bit of information. Got one more question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you call me short?
He's not saying
Very well.
Rick,
I drag him into the woods where they cannot see.
as he's dragging off there and speaks and goes, Rick, I believe it would be prudent to just assume that he did and take out whatever pent-up frustrations you may be suffering
What do you think I'm doing?
About. Okay, Brian.
Taking him
Go
into
into the basement. Brian, go into the basement here.
I tie him to a tree.
Yep.
I slash his thigh.
Mm-hmm.
Just enough where there's blood.
Okay.
Hand artery.
I be careful not to. The meaty part. I tell him, this is for calling me short.
Right.
You're going to sit right here. And on our way back through, I'm gonna see if you're alive. And I tie him to the tree,
Mhm.
and I let you share walls up. If there's anything else you want to say, you might want to try to say
Still need
it
to do
before
it
you
to get
can't
sound
see me anymore. And I walk
Yeah.
away.
John Cena's standing over in the road just going. As soon as he said before you can't see me anymore,
Yeah.
John Cena's just standing in the road.
See, I just
Alright.
go with the fact since I'm sick, Sophia's sick too, so that's why she's just in a bad fucking mood, because I'm just, like, miserable right now.
I smell dog. I smell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stinks when he comes back.
And he also brought in a fucking basketball. Great. Thanks, guys. Stop
Yes,
through
I
those all over.
just mopped.
You don't have to
Will you
mop
throw
again.
that back outside and close the door?
See!
Thank you.
Getting hot.
It's getting hot and
So, you now know, after all of this, you now know the location of the Cragmaw Castle, which you remember.
Can you mark on the map where I left him?
Yes. You see, that's what I mean by you are a bunch of rank amateurs in the arts of interrogation.
Well,
John Cena climbs back up and he says, "Hope you don't mind the drunken dwarf driver. Hop in."
will him
I'm gonna
being,
get in behind him.
will
and I'm
him
just gonna be
being
like,
drunk
"Ugh."
affect his ability to drive?
Consider
He's one
he
of the-
fights when
He's
he's
one of
drunk.
those people who
Functioning
his
alcoholic.
abilities are always enhanced by alcohol.
He's a functioning alcoholic.
He's a high-functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
I'm a high function sociopath.
I say okay. I wait for Theron and Thormir to get in.
Well,
Mark it for me?
I'm in the back like this.
No.
Ugh.
There's just a random tree in that open field where you put him.
You can't mark it on the map. That way I know to come back by it.
You know where it is.
Okay.
As Theron, do you mind if I give Thormir one line?
Sure.
As Theron and Thormir are climbing into the back of the wagon, you guys can hear them. And Theron's like, "Mine fell first." And Thormir, "Yeah, well, mine was the deadest."
I killed one first. Both of you shut up.
I rolled a 20 for stealth.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
I walk in. I get in the car and I slap Theron on the back of the head. Not too hard, but give him a little give slap. I can't remember what for, but I knew I was going to do that.
What's Theron's AC?
12.
Roll. See if you can even.
18.
Sure. Okay.
See if you can hit him.
The-
Hey, technically, he's surprised. I have
Hey, you know what? I was about to say, yeah. Roll with advantage, see if you crit.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Crit just knocked
The
out of the wagon.
fuck was that for, Tiny Matt?
That's what it was for. I hit him again. No, I don't hit him. That one was for free, but don't call me short. Or tiny, or any variation of the word.
I just kind of giggle on him.
So,
I was going to say, I called you tiny, not short. There's a clear difference in the verbiage.
Did you not just hear what I said, smartass?
You
I
now
love this
know,
character.
given by your interrogation tactics of an orc, you now know the location of the Cragmaw Castle, which you recognize as...
But you're our edgelord.
Which you recognize... Which you recognize as what Sildare Hallwinter from the town asked you to go to, and as a catch-up on that, you were asked to find the Cragmaw Castle and search for Gundren Rockseer, who was one of your friends from the very beginning of this campaign, who hired you to transport all the tools and materials to the city of Phandelver. But when you wound up finding ahead what used to be his wagon, left him being disappeared.
Off to Cragmaw Castle or Thunder Tree?
I believe we should hunt for our paycheck.
Well, we already got paid.
Very well.
Never mind. My bad.
So,
We should go after him.
Isn't he John
before-
Cena's cousin?
Yeah, I was going to
So-
say.
for this,
John,
you can go to Cragmaw Castle, but also in the ruins of Thunder Tree, you might also find the information on Waiting for Cave there as well.
I would kind of like to go save my cousin.
Alrighty, dwarf. You're driving. Let's go to Cragmaw.
Yes.
I agree.
Wait. Cragmaw Hideout or Cragmaw Castle?
Cragmore Castle. Which, I'll say this, as you were interrogating the orc, you pulled out the map and told him mark it exactly on your map where it was, and he did so. So now, you know the location of Cragmore Castle.
Alright.
Theron's in the back of the wagon. The being of diminutive stature speaks the truth. Our section of the wagon goes where yours does, dwarf.
I slap him on the back of the head again.
No. And just to clarify this, Cragmore Hideout was where you set the bugbear on fire, if you remember.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
So we do know where that is.
And hey, Theron didn't call you short that time.
I did. I said any variation. Diminutive stature? Last time I checked.
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence?
Because you may not have ever checked.
13. I'm above average.
You somewhat know what that means, but not fully. So you can't be 100% sure he called you short, but you have the idea that he did.
What's his intelligence?
16.
I'm just 3 points.
Yes, but
3 points make all the difference.
I asked John Cena, I'm not sure. Did he just call me short? If you tell me the truth, I'll give you another thing of ale.
Oh, what's John Cena's intelligence?
10.
John Cena's like, fuck if I know.
I still owe you 1.
Fuck if I care, short shit.
Only you, because you are short too.
So, are we all going to head off to Cragmore Castle?
Yes,
Yeah.
John Cena is driving.
Okay. Well, Thor, you notice now, Thormir's in the back, Paladin.
Why are you pouting, Thormir?
I wanted to kill shit. We were
Well,
going to a place where we could kill shit.
well, you got you got a brother you could kill.
He's my brother, I gotta protect him. Even if he is useless.
Useless. I would have you know that I killed more than you did.
No, you didn't.
I'd have you know, wait a minute. Neither one of you killed anything. Wait a minute, yeah, never mind.
I'm just gonna pull my.
I have to tell you something, Theron, but
Rick,
you did not kill it.
Rick, is your memory as short as you?
That is calling me short, damn it! I slapped him across the face. Not hard enough to do damage, but he knows.
Roll.
15.
What's his AC?
12.
12, okay.
You think you'll learn?
I am a very learned individual.
Learned?
Bullshit.
That don't sound like a word to me. I don't know.
What's
I
your
know
AC?
that to you it does not sound as a word.
Rick Sanchez, what's your AC?
My AC is...
Isn't he technically
14.
an elven noble?
What?
Okay.
Fair.
You just feel a
I know
gust
exactly.
of wind brush above your head.
Study.
Oh, right.
You turn back and notice
he was
Thormir tried to
ex-
whack you on the back of the head for hitting his brother, but he completely missed. Because
They came from
as he did so, the wagon bumped on a rock and
Still be
completely missed.
safe to assume that he had.
Hey, Theron.
location.
Yes.
We now know who the better brother is. 'Tis you. At least you could probably hit me. Your brother missed. And then I...
Theron flicks Rick in the forehead. And I will. What's your AC?
Can we
I see
please?
it.
Can we please?
14.
19.
Guys, can we
Sorry.
please change their face claims to Adam Driver
That
so we
doesn't
can get the buff Adam Driver and then the skinny one?
Okay, so you're on your way to
So he
Cragmore
looks like
Castle.
Fucking missed.
So you now know the location of it. How are you going to make your way?
Straight there. I guess, I don't know. He's driving.
Rick, do you feel a burning sensation in the back of your head where
Okay.
Thorm is probably
So-
staring at you?
You make it to the edge of the woods where the orc marked off where the Cragmore Castle is, and you decide to leave the wagon behind. Best to go on foot from here.
How did I get 4 nat 20s in a row?
Because you're
Not
like...
even rolling.
Because you're like backs.
Hey, Sneaky,
Yes.
come here. Considering your ass likes to disappear so much, why don't you go in there and scout the whole area out?
So I can end up like our orc?
He sucked.
I'll give you that.
You obviously are the best at what you do.
I like you. And then I just disappear or attempt to.
Also, everybody gets 60 XP for that.
I don't disappear.
5 nat 20s. God.
60?
Yeah.
Yep.
1,028.
We're up to 1,028.
By the way, I rolled a 12. 12.
He rolled a 12 to go into stealth. He's going scouting.
Or attempting to.
Okay.
You know what's funny? To you and Theron, I'm gone.
Entirely possible.
Wait a minute, no, y'all have 13, right?
I have a 13 master.
No, y'all see me.
Okay. So you start, as you left everybody behind, you make your way through the woods and you come upon Cragmaw Castle. It's a somewhat run-down castle. You can tell it hasn't been inhabited by any humans in a fair bit of time, but you can tell there are signs along the outside that there are people dwelling in this place.
People or orcs?
Creatures dwelling in this place.
Goblins? Bugbears?
Don't know. Make a perception check.
Gods. 10.
Yeah, you can. However, you do notice two shapes up at the top of this one spire. You can see their heads keep sort of bounding over the edge. You can't make out what they are, but you notice they keep walking back.
Do they see me?
No, they do not see you. You are nice and stealthy.
With a 12.
Wait, can I? I can't stealth. I'm not.
Just about.
You can stealth. You won't have the incredible +7 like I will, though.
No. Anyone can stealth.
And if you're in chainmail, you'll have disadvantage.
I'm not in chainmail. I'm in leather armor.
Oh.
Why do rogues like leather armor?
Because it doesn't make a noise.
Because it's made of hide.
I rolled it at 20!
Wow, you're more him than he is.
Too bad you're
She
all
just
the way
comes
back
up
down.
and taps you on the shoulder. You're like, the fuck?
So are we still standing around waiting on him to
No,
scout?
I rolled a nat 20 to stealth.
She disappeared after I disappeared.
I was hoping and praying I'd get something good, and I was like, you know what? God was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you this time.
Okay, so you notice there are two scouts up at the top of this.
Excuse me, we noticed. I'm up there with him now.
I noticed first.
You notice that there are two scouts up at the top of this one spire, right above what looks to be your only entrance at the moment. Just from what you can see, there's one door that you can see that you can go into.
Is it open or is it gates?
It is a big
I
wooden
believe it.
door.
I look, make sure nobody's seeing me. I scurry up to the door.
Okay, make another stealth check. Because you're now coming out into the open.
19 +7.
Well, right now I'm not around or anything, right?
No, you're
Okay, so
You, Theron, and Thormir are...
you're with the twins.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke since none of my characters are involved in any of this.
Okay, where exactly are we at? Can I see like any hallways or anything?
You get a quick smoke. No, you literally see the outside of the castle.
Can I try to just creep in anywhere where I can see?
Well, he has gone up to the door, gone up to this barricaded door, and he's now leaning, sort of pressing up against it, trying to stay hidden from the scouts that are right above.
Alright, right at the door.
You can try to do so, but you're going to have to make another stealth check because you're going to run out of cover and into the open and try to make it there.
You feeling lucky?
No. I feel like I used up all my luck.
Then I wouldn't do it.
I was thinking, I have arrows and I have rope.
She saw the two up there, right?
You told her about them.
Okay.
I have arrows and rope.
By the way, when
Pretty
he
sure
pointed those out, make a perception check real quick.
What do I add to it?
Your
Your
perception.
perception.
You'll probably roll higher than me. Is that, I think.
-1. No, it's persuasion. Perception is +3. 8. That's an 8.
Yeah, you can't tell what they are either.
Now, I was gonna see if I could shoot an arrow with a piece of rope tied to it and climb up and
You
get a
can't get a good enough shot on them. Normally, I would say this is 3/4 cover, but given they're not
You can only see their head.
barely seeing their head.
That would be more like
You're
you can only see it when they take a step.
Yeah, pretty much. You just see like the boing, 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 boing.
Okay.
That's funny.
Trying to think of something to do then. So I'd have to roll again if I wanted to get any closer.
Yeah, if you want to get up there, you're going to have to make another step.
You see Rick. That's all Rick does.
I'm just gonna do this. I'm watching your back. You go ahead.
I knock on the door really
I
loudly.
take out my bow,
Are you
but
actually going to knock on the door?
I knock on the door as loudly as I can.
I notch an arrow.
Dash back in the woods.
I notch an arrow and watch his back.
So I knock really loudly, and as soon as I'm done knocking, I'm gone.
As you're dashing back, make a stealth check.
11 plus 7.
16.
Oh.
Or no,
18.
18.
You make it back, but you notice as you turn back around to look towards the door doesn't move, but you notice you notice 2 goblins up on this sentry tower pop their heads up and aim their bows down. You now know
So
that
I know
spot
who I'm aiming at.
there are 2 goblins.
So I know who I'm aiming at.
Did they see me is the question.
No, you did not see.
Alright.
They were
Should I
aiming
try?
down at the door.
I look at Rick and I start like motioning, should I shoot them? Okay, I do not shoot them.
So does anything else happen, or are they just aiming at the door?
Nope. They're just aiming at the door. You notice.
I whisper. Alright, what do I notice first?
You notice it seems to be you hear them yelling. You just hear goblin speech. You hear them yelling off. You can tell they are. Actually, make another perception. Or not perception.
Doesn't matter.
Investigation.
Oh, investigation? That is a 10.
Yeah. You don't what languages do you speak?
Common and halfling.
Yeah, no. You don't understand them, but you gather that they're telling someone just knocked at the door.
Okay.
I could have a conversation with Aaron and now.
But you figured, because it's about what you just did, you figured they're telling somebody about what they just heard.
I silently tell Saphira, look at the others. Be very quiet.
I sneak away.
Be very quiet.
With my nat 20, I sneak away.
I stay here, and I'm just waiting to see what happens.
Alright, I come back to them then and relay.
You notice now the goblins are now absolutely dedicatedly watching this.
He knocked on the door, no one came, but there are 2 goblins in the sentry tower.
So nobody's coming to the door.
That door has not even moved. Not an inch.
How close?
All right, so
how close together
we're
are
gonna
they?
advance back with you towards the.
Are they like one's here, or are they both at the same plot?
But be very, very careful.
It's not a very big spot that they're in. You can tell they're
not necessarily close.
About arm's length away from each other.
Would it be
goblins' arm's length away?
Would it be entirely possible, since they're looking over, if I notch 2 arrows, would it be possible to shoot them both?
You would be rolling. You would be rolling with disadvantage, massive disadvantage at that. So
that's not a practiced skill that you have.
Legless did it.
He's not fucking legless. He's a halfling.
So we're coming.
Whose skill is in sneaking at that?
We're coming up to join them. Okay.
Before they join.
How tall is the tower?
Hold on.
In my rear.
Okay. So you know the door is right there.
All right. So
okay. So I need everybody except for you 2. So pretty much you and me.
Before
need to make stealth checks. No before.
Oh, okay. There's no before.
No before.
I'm trying to talk them.
Oh, okay. He is very stealthy.
Alright,
He's so
Theron-
stealthy, you don't even notice. He's now sitting on your shoulder, and he taps you on the head.
Theron rolled a 12.
Oh.
And
You notice as
John-
you all... Oh, yeah, go ahead and make up.
John Cena rolled a not natural 1.
Okay, so everybody but John Cena has made their way up to Rick Sanchez and Saphira, and
Oh, I went
John
back
is
And-
coming across going,
you're keeping an eye on the goblins, and
Can
you
we
don't
see
notice
everyone?
anything. But then all of a sudden, you just hear a bounding through the woods.
As soon as I hear that, I'm letting go of my arrow.
I shoot the one he's not aiming at.
Okay, go ahead.
so, is Theron at the bottom of the tower?
No,
We're in the
you're in the
woods.
woods. You're not even at the tower.
Oh, okay, so Theron hasn't got up there yet.
No, you're now right here is the edge of the wood lines where you were trying to hide, but now the goblins have been
Alright,
alerted.
how far away are the goblins, though?
Well, it said we're shooting at him, so I mean.
I mean, there must be...
I'm going to say the tower is probably about 20, 25 feet.
And what would be the distance that you would say that they are from us? I'm going to make you do trigonometry.
So 30 feet up, or 30 feet across, 25 feet up.
Make you do Pythagorean's theorem.
You figure that out. I sucked at math. To
Alright.
quote Grog, I'm not so hot on the math.
Probably be close to
And
25 feet.
and the goblins are a handspan or an arm's length apart from each other, right?
I'd say they're probably about 3 to 4 feet away from each other.
Theron looks at the whole party and says, "You remember the day that I called on the darkness." And Theron casts darkness on the location right between the two goblins.
You mean the time that you got
Before
scared of the
they've
darkness?
already...
No,
They've
he's
already-
doing it as they're loosing their arrows.
Okay, well, before then, need you two to make a...
I have a question.
What?
Roll
Just-
for...
Just roll to hit.
Well, my question is, would they be surprised is all I'm asking. By me.
Yes.
Sweet.
Wouldn't they be surprised by her,
13.
probably?
Well, I have a special ability.
Miss.
Damn it!
Hey.
13 is...
You miss.
Oh, fucking God.
Fine.
Well, I missed.
Doesn't matter.
Well,
Well, if they were surprised, I crit automatically if I hit them, but it doesn't matter.
Because you didn't hit them.
No, it doesn't matter because I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, so you're going to crit shit out of them.
crit.
Yes.
I turn
Roll
around
your
and look at
damage.
there. God damn it, you made me
Double your
miss.
damage.
Let's see. 4, 7, 8.
I was looking,
No,
stop
that's
trying to
not
be a
it. That's
fucking
9.
badass.
9 doubled is what?
18.
Plus 3.
I'm
22.
pretty sure he's
Or no,
dead.
21. So,
Pretty sure he's
if I-
dead.
you just notice arrow whiz past one goblin. You notice his ear flicks at that. All of a sudden, you just see the other goblin just drop. And then, what is the distance on your goblin?
60 feet.
60 feet. I'll give you that.
Yeah. It's in 60 feet.
It don't
I'll
do
give you
shit.
that. I'll give you that. All of a sudden, the one goblin who's left just sees his friend drops and all of a sudden, you notice just a big cloud of pure black. Can't even see sunlight.
And I can't
coming
even
through.
try shooting him
Up here
again.
on-
Way to go,
You
man.
can shoot right at the spot where he was.
That's what I do.
And you're going to roll with extreme disadvantage.
Has he gone yet?
I'm gonna try again, then. Or can I take it? Can I take it?
Probably has. I have a question.
What?
Did
What?
you roll for damage?
No, I
She
missed.
missed.
Oh.
She missed.
Big thanks to this asshole.
No, I had
It had
nothing
nothing to do with
it.
him. You shot
No, no,
before he
no,
cast.
no.
No, you
No,
can't.
You
that's
fired
exactly
before I
You
cast.
can't blame him.
Ooh, I know. Since she was feeling a little sick, she sneezed.
Thank you.
Sophia,
Spirit is sick, okay? Shut up.
Sophia, I know your father failed you, but I have not.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
kick him in the nuts.
What is everyone's AC?
My AC is 14.
14?
14.
If they see me.
Theron's is 12 and John's is 18.
Okay,
We'll see if I
essentially,
revive your ass if you die.
John's is 18. And... 1 second.
See, that's where all your 20s are going.
I know, that's a 6-1. Damn it.
Plus 4. You are hit by a stray arrow coming out of the dark.
Theron's hit.
John is hit.
Oh, dang.
Because John's the only one who wasn't stunned. So he just shot towards the sound and just hoped that his goblin ears helped him.
Apparently they
And
did.
it hit John.
It hit John.
Good roll.
It was a 23.
How much
Sorry,
damage?
22.
How much damage?
You take 7 points of damage. Now you hear this one goblin screaming to the top of his lungs. What are all your languages spoken?
Common and Elvish. I cannot speak Goblin.
Oh, wait, I
Where's
speak
the
Goblin. It's right
languages
here.
at on this one?
I know.
Where's the languages at on these?
Right here.
Okay. Common, Elvish, Draconic, Dwarvish, Goblin.
You understand him. You notice him screaming out, "There's somebody here! Get ready!"
It would appear that they are preparing for our presence.
Okay, so,
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
what's
You
everyone...
are very welcome.
Okay,
I live to
what's
serve.
everyone doing?
I'm taking a shot at the other guy.
Okay,
I'm
Roll
attempting
with
to pull the arrow
disadvantage,
out of John Cena
No.
and hoping he doesn't
Disadvantage,
punch
right?
yep, much disadvantage.
18. That's a 5 plus 10.
No. You miss. It goes through the darkness and you just lose the arrow. You can't see it.
I will always miss you.
Theranos, would
You're
you
not
all,
bored.
I know. I wanted to do it. Leave me alone.
would you all like to
That wasn't
see?
in game. That was just me.
Would you all like to see how you kill something that's in darkness?
Sure.
If it'll
I say
shut
sure,
you
and then I
the
use my
hell up.
bonus action to hide.
Saphira, would you like?
No,
to
you don't.
Would
No,
you
I
like
do
to
not.
see how you kill something that is in darkness?
If it will shut you the hell up.
Theron casts Flame Orb on the location of the darkness.
Okay. What's the stat on that? Automatic hit, roll to hit, or save?
It's a save.
Okay.
It is, and of course, Theron, the original Theron didn't write down the information on it.
It was in my head.
Pretty much.
One second.
That's how most of his stats were. He was just in.
Our Flaming Spear is what I'm casting.
What level skill is that?
It's a level
God
2.
fucking damn it.
Okay.
It is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
He takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save or half damage on successful, and any of his turns that he ends in the radius of it,
Right.
he has to make the same saving throw again.
Okay, so what's the DC for that? 15? Not only does he save, he saves with a natural 20.
Well, you want to take half damage or what?
Because it was a critical success.
Alright, so
10, so 3 damage.
Wow. I'm very impressed.
he's gonna have to make the save every time though.
Hey, that's when you say, at least I hit you.
That's very much true. And I'll say this.
Yes.
Because
You're
he's
supposed
in
to be on my
darkness,
side, you bitch.
he's taking guess shots, so this is keeping you out of initiative. Or actually, we'll go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah.
But he'll just...
At least Sophia,
Roll the one.
I have accomplished something.
Wow, first thing ever, isn't it? You want a
What'd
party?
you roll?
Wait a minute. I have a question.
What?
Since we were out of initiative, does that technically mean he hadn't gone yet?
He shot
But
him.
we were out of
Yeah, he shot John.
What he said
Okay.
is, though, since we were out of initiative, though,
The only reason
his bonus.
Yeah, he went. You're not getting the bonus.
Well, the only reason I wondered is because
Okay.
this not count the.
What's John Cena
I said
got?
I was trying to help
John Cena has
the
11.
arrow.
Okay.
I was trying to help you
Right
get the
there?
arrow out of your shoulder.
18.
By the way.
18.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Because John, I actually like John. He's my friend. Because I like him better than all of you. You know she loves you too.
Goblin, who
You're like the
is...
short, annoying little brother she
How
always
much
wanted.
damage did you deal again? We said 3.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Okay, so that's his health. And then, you said you got 7?
7.
Okay.
Roll.
I'm
You
a
have
s-
4.
I'm a slow halfling today.
What John Cena roll again?
11.
I rolled a 4.
I thought you rolled a 1.
I did, but plus my initiative was 4. Dang right there.
Don't roll right there then.
It's hard to roll anywhere else. Because our fingers are going to be in the way. But it's annoying. My OCD is killing me now. I'm only
Okay.
OCD about
It
the
is now-
stupidest thing.
So, now in initiative, top of it, there.
Theron is going to move across to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
Yep.
Wait, right there?
Or,
No, that's
no,
me.
that
Oh man, that's gonna mess up my
That's there. Right here?
Theron moves across to the wall and he is firing. He's firing Ray of Frost up at the Goblin in the darkness.
Okay.
My least favorite spell, I think.
So, what's the DC for that? Dex.
For Ray of
Oh,
Frost, it's just a range attack.
Okay, so you have to roll to hit that?
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
That is not natural 20.
Natural 20. You hit.
And
Is darkness a concentration spell, by the way?
he did 7 damage.
Okay.
Um,
Very, very quick.
let me check because he didn't write down.
Right. I believe darkness is a concentration.
Yeah, concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay, so because you're doing this, I'm gonna say you stop concentrating on the darkness spell
Mhm.
to focus on it.
That's okay. I mean,
Okay.
let
with
me
that,
check
you
one
just-
other thing though, real
Okay.
quick, because you just made me think of something.
Right. Well, to go ahead and go based off what you did. So you said 7 damage. You notice his tiny little goblin ears that were just poking up over the thing, completely dry.
You can come out now. The bad guy is dead.
Okay. So.
You like my take on that?
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm taking that as
For the sake of the video, yes. But she's still gonna kill.
So
Well, I mean,
you're
God.
now out of initiative. What is everyone doing?
I'm knocking on the door again.
Okay, knock on the door then.
Girl's right behind Ray with her sword, right?
Same thing's happening as last time.
2 more goblins show up?
No, nothing.
Oh.
I take out an arrow and my fucking rope.
hang on 1 second.
Is there any? I have it.
John Cena takes out his warhammer and just bashes it into the door.
Okay.
Well, that's the group way to do it.
Make a strength check on
14.
that. As you go to hit, your hammer hits the door and bounces right out the door. Bulges in a little bit, but does not completely break.
So I take out my arrow.
He takes a second swing.
Okay, go ahead and take a second swing.
I check.
Strength
Can I do this a while?
21.
With
Yeah,
that
they-
one, with
I
that
back
one,
up.
the door completely
I back up.
bashes in, and you are now inside.
John Cena yells into the building, "Knock, knock!"
Who's there?
I still have. I've got
Well,
my bow
mama.
out. I'm gonna keep my bow out.
Supposed to say your mama.
Your mama who?
Your mama fucked me last night.
That's a him that fucked you last night, though.
You don't know. I may have been sober.
I mean, you're right.
Can we just like Sean's not just full on gay? He's just like he's paying. He will fuck anything that's breathing when he's drunk.
Movie paper.
For the puss.
Seriously, can we go there? Just
Wanna
make
see your
him
character
fucking.
die?
Oh no!
You can
He's
try.
You should have named him
Might
John
want to
Cena.
drop in a Teresk.
You can try.
You should have named him John Cena. You know who you should have
Right,
named
I
him?
can try. And a Teresk will try to eat you and easily
Torchwood.
succeed. Because Teresk is the strongest monster in the
I forget
base
his
Jack
name.
Barrow member.
Yes. You should have named him
Nat
Jack
20.
Harkness.
Hit
Oh
it.
yeah, John Barrow and Jack Harkness.
Find me now.
He shouldn't have named him.
You can't
Tom.
find me.
But I
Teresk.
didn't name him. I didn't name him.
We should have found a way to change his name to Jack Harkness when
Hey,
he's
hey,
drunk.
Captain Jack, meet me down by the river, Jack. With that bottle in your hand, I'm gonna be a
Don't
drinking
fucking
man.
with his breathing when he's drunk.
That's a small castle.
That's not the castle. That's your first room.
Oh no.
This, actually,
Yeah,
wrong character.
hey.
This, my vertically challenged friend, is
By the
called
way,
a
since-
vestibule.
Not to cut you off, but since you busted down the door, very quickly make a perception check.
I'd love to see something.
That is going to be a 9.
I would love to too. Too bad we don't know any animators.
9?
know.
Okay.
Shout out
You
to
notice there are no
people that are
monsters
amazing.
or anything here. You just notice it is a blank room. Across from where you have entered, this is your doorway where you entered.
Oh, my nails are everywhere. Yawn.
Hey, Rick.
Okay.
You should go first.
Yes.
So, you notice there are no monsters here. There is a door straight across from you. What are you doing? Oh,
I move
sorry.
up.
Sorry. Hold on. And I will stab you in the eye with a marker. And then, boop.
Doesn't take much. You can technically stab somebody with a carrot.
I'll let you check the traps.
Yes, I know I moved. I'm sorry.
Did you get the dice?
Yeah.
And then, boop. Okay.
I am investigating this entryway for traps. I'm investigating.
Okay. Roll investigation.
18.
So you notice in the doorway there are no traps or anything. You notice you notice that the door that he bashed down was actually barricaded. There were nails and everything. So be careful. You might get tetanus.
Can I roll for stealth?
Too late. I'm already sick.
There's nothing there.
Well, yeah, but
I'm gonna say no. There's nothing to hide from. So no stealth.
we heard them yelling for someone.
Right, but you notice all the doors
Can I
are closed.
investigate
There's
this door?
nothing above you.
Okay.
Can I
Okay.
investigate this door?
Then I'm going. And
If you want to
I look
investigate,
around. What all do I see when I come in? Just I see the doors though, right?
you see the doors, and that's pretty much it. You notice down here in this area, there's a little bit of rubble. It's kind of this castle is very decrepit.
I check this door for traps.
Okay, so
They're insane to you in Elvish. Sophia, does this kind of remind you of home?
Swear to God, Veteran.
A
That's
castle
what
in
we-
ruins?
Okay, she's gonna turn around with a dagger in his side, and she's gonna say, "If you don't shut your goddamn mouth, I will fucking kill you."
okay, so were you going also to check this door, or are you still out here?
I was gonna help investigate the door.
Okay,
I pulled
so-
a knife on him.
She's trying not to stab there.
Third time's a
Considering
charm.
you're the one who's exiled and have
Okay,
nobody in
so-
your life.
Both Rick
Kind
Sanchez
of sad, really.
and Saphira, I need
I'm
you
just
to make
like
a
you.
saving throw.
Yay!
You
At least I have
triggered a
friends.
trap.
I checked for traps.
You checked.
You checked
the
the
doorway.
doorway.
You did not
I
check
was
the rest of the
investigating, though.
room.
I was gonna
You
investigate.
checked
got
the
you beat.
entryway.
And you were going to check this door. You didn't check the area either.
Sorry,
I was
Charles.
gonna check around the
I
door.
couldn't say anything.
You said
when
the
you
door.
worded it.
Damn it.
You know,
I need you to make a. Let's see. It just says
I hate you, Mom.
dexterity saving throw.
I roll
You know,
and add my.
Roll and add your
dexterity.
dex mod.
Oh, Dex.
you know, while you guys are making this
19,
dex saving
20,
throw, I would just
21.
like to say, on behalf of Archer,
21.
phrasing.
Okay. You take half damage. Charlie, dex.
By the way, at least I didn't do anything to make my family hate me.
I was
20.
just-
You also take half damage. So
Second and everything.
let's see. Let me get your damage figured out here.
I don't like his dice because he said they roll high, and I'm just like, this isn't gonna end well.
Let's see. When you set the trap off, you tripped over a copper wire that you didn't necessarily see. It was kind of covered up by plaster and other things. And you notice as it went, rocks fall. Not everyone dies though.
I rolled a 21.
Yeah.
Uncanny dodge.
No.
Actually, I could use evasion, but I don't have it, so no, I can't. I wish.
So 8. So you take both of you take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. I still have 25 health.
I have 21.
I help club. Wait till I get my plate
Yeah.
armor too. I'll be pretty much untouchable.
I investigate the door for traps.
I'm gonna save you that. The door is not trapped. The area just in front of the door was trapped.
I'm gonna check for. So is it not locked if I push?
Yeah, is there like
Is
cracks?
rocks falling?
Is there cracks in the door we can technically kind of look through, or can we like crack
I kick the door open if it's not locked.
I'll say this: the door is not locked. If you want to try to look through the keyhole, you can, but make an investigation at disadvantage.
I was gonna try and like just crack the door. Very, very.
As they're trying to do everything with the door, Theron steps up behind them.
Yeah.
Step
Also-
aside. Let me show you how a wizard does this.
Is John Cena moving?
Yeah, he's moving.
Okay, so everybody's moving.
Yeah, and he's telling everyone, move aside, move out of the way of the door,
Well, here's the thing.
and he's going to use Mage Hand to open.
Before he can do that, do you still want to go through? I'm going to be nice and let you choose. Do you still want to go through with kicking that door in, or are you going to let him mage in? Because you went first.
Yeah.
So are you kicking that door in, or are you letting him mage in?
Well, it would be better gaming if I said no.
No, Superior's behind you. No.
That's
no,
why
no.
I'm giving you this one.
Fine.
You don't
I
know
don't.
this. You. This is a split-second decision before you hear him say, "Move aside." Are you kicking the door? Because I didn't let you roll for anything.
Before I put my foot down and say, before I move, how tall am I?
Theron looks at you.
Farron, for the love of God, I will give you one
So we're trying to
instance.
figure out if the munchkin is actually going to do anything useful for once.
You'll
Yeah.
give me one instance of what? Yeah.
See, I don't want to give you too much.
What?
I
Time's
swear
ticking.
to God, I will give you one instance where I won't beat the shit out of you if you don't call him
I need a
anything very
decision.
absurd.
Yes or no.
Very well.
Are you kicking the
Rick
door?
Sanchez, you are perhaps the tallest halfling I have ever encountered in all
No,
of my
I'm not.
centuries of travel.
Thank you. There you go.
Thank you, Farron.
You feel both complimented and insulted at the same time. He said the tallest halfling.
Yeah.
So you feel both complimented and
Why
insulted.
would I feel insulted? I'm a
Because he's still
Because
calling you
it was-
shorter than everyone else.
It was a backhanded compliment. It's the only thing.
You feel both complimented and insulted.
Rick is still not that smart.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh yeah, Rick's that smart.
God damn it.
But Rick takes the compliment. That's good enough for the lower brother. I love that. And that's what I say.
Okay, fair enough.
Mage hands to open the door
Mage
and
hand
immediately move to the side. Like, I'm not staying in the door frame as that.
I'm
door
keeping my
opens.
arrow. I'm
Okay.
keeping arrows.
So.
Oh, god dang, I'm down to 18. I remember that. God help everybody.
By the way, I would just like to say that
Okay.
it is official. I am allowed to make one horrible comment to Saphira without her beating the shit out of me.
I gave him that pink dress last episode. Have you seen Stardust?
No.
No,
There's
he's
a
never
scene-
seen
There's
that.
a scene in Stardust where Robert De Niro is in a pink frilly dress doing the little shimmy can.
Okay.
Gotta draw more now.
I do. You like my pigs?
No, and Charles, I wasn't trying to like cut you off in game, like keep you from making a turn. The character was trying to cut your character off from doing something that wasn't too bright. But I mean, I wasn't trying to be
I mean,
rude.
Rick is a cool character. Don't get me wrong. However,
Rick's pissed that he got rocks dropped on him. He's not a murder hobo. He likes to get even.
Yeah, but
I
Rick was about to
forgot
try
about
to
the
kick a
murder
door
hobo.
in like he thought he was Sylvester Stallone.
oh, he brought back.
By the way, just so you know, that area that's rubble. So
Bonnie!
who here has dark vision? Who's the closest looking into this room?
I don't.
Theron does. Theron, Thormir. Wait, yeah, Theron, Thormir,
And John.
and John are the only
Elves,
ones
yeah.
with the
Okay,
vision.
so
Elves
Theron's
and dwarves.
opening the door. So you notice, even through your dark vision, there's no light in this room. It is a pitch black room. No light from the outside is coming in, except for the light that's coming through the area that you just saw. So you can
The
somewhat see,
darkness. The darkness stands before me.
even though you do have dark vision, it's kind of hard to make out the room. The room's a very bare-looking room. There's nothing in here.
Sevilla,
Hmm.
you like shooting your arrows, right? Knock one.
Okay.
Are you knocking an arrow?
Yes.
John Cena is casting the cantrip light on her arrow. Fire at will, little lady.
I fire into the darkness.
Theron's
So,
Theron's
Sarah,
like,
Sarah, did you feel
don't
a tickle?
shoot my
So-
darkness.
Did you feel a tickle in your eye?
So
Slightly so.
to attain to this, there is a little bit of text from the actual thing. So, the high, narrow hall looks as if it might have been part of a chapel or a shrine at one time. Angelic figures are sculpted along the room's upper reaches, looking down on the floor below. To the north, heavy curtains block a matching pair of archways. Between the archways is a cracked but ornately carved stone brazier. That would be.
Can I retrieve that arrow I just shot then?
Yeah, you want to go in there and get your arrow?
I'm gonna investigate first. I'm just asking if I can. Or did it hit something and break?
I'm going to say it just hit the wall and the tip of the arrow broke off.
God damn it.
You just hit a stone wall.
John says, I'll replace it.
Because I'm down to 17.
You should definitely go.
I'm gonna investigate the room. Can I
Okay.
do that?
Roll perception. Or, no, sorry. Roll investigation. Not perception, you are investigating.
Plus 0.
Ba-bum.
I noticed nothing.
Which is why we let the roll.
So, how are you investigating? Are you just poking your head through? What are you
I'm
doing?
just looking around.
Are you
Just looking from the door.
looking from the door? You don't.
Specifics, I am looking from the door.
Yeah.
Did you see anything, Sapphira?
No, how about you? Because you are, the rogue and you're probably more.
I'm the one that let the rocks fall on us.
Can I roll investigation? Is there?
Sure. Go ahead.
19.
19. From how are you investigating this as well?
I'm looking into the room, trying to see as much as I can see without actually crossing the threshold.
Okay.
And I'm also checking the threshold.
Okay. So, nothing wrong with the threshold, nothing wrong with the door. From what you can see from the doorway without physically going into the room, you notice what you've noticed before.
Alright, can I do knowledge religion to see if I recognize the statues?
Sure.
That is going to be a 24.
I'm going to say you notice it as almost a normal human shrine. This is an old castle that once belonged to humans. The angels that are carved into the walls have very human-like features and everything, so I don't necessarily know any human gods, but you just notice that it would be a normal deity that would be worshipped. Nothing strange.
Maleki. That is a
Sophia, I am about to burn the gift you gave me already. It appears we really are among your people.
And that was the one. Used it rather early, didn't you? So, did you see anything?
When we get into the next town, you better hope and pray there's a temple there. Or else someone's going to die.
There appears to be religious space statues from the human cultures.
So, no traps.
Sorry.
No.
Is John Cena a paladin or a cleric?
John Cena is a cleric.
Okay. John Cena, hearing the description of these, and we'll keep the same role that you did, would actually recognize some of these. They are to Agma, the god of knowledge, Mistra, the goddess of magic, Lathandir, the god of dawn, and Tamora, the goddess of luck. This is an obvious sign that the builders of the castle were human. So there you go.
Alright.
So
Apologies.
any traps?
I do not notice any traps in the vicinity of the door frame itself.
Well then,
However,
be my guest. Be my
as
guest.
you have so recently learned, the door is safe, but I cannot make any promises of the room.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
not going in there. So how about you do it?
What?
Can I
Are
roll
you
the-
scared, Shortman?
Can I roll? Like, is there a stone nearby
I have a
that I
question.
can just like roll into the center of the room?
Can I
There's a
push
lot of
there
stones
into the
here.
room?
Can I roll a stone across the floor into the room?
You can try.
Who?
She's rolling a stone across the floor.
What
Oh wait, can I?
If I'm not mistaken, Theron.
Wait a minute. Oh no, wait, I don't. Oh wait.
I tried. Saphira pushes us both out of the way. You're lucky this time.
I wonder if throwing an iron pot would like do anything to the noise and it'd be heavier.
Wait, that light spell's still going on in there.
Yeah, we can
Yes.
still see.
Dang.
What light spell?
The one that's on the arrow.
It's still a
that
spell.
John Cena-
I did not know you cast a arrow.
Um,
No. Everything
John Cena-
remains the same. I just did not know that there was.
Yeah,
a light
John
spell.
Cena
Okay,
put
then
no,
light on
nothing
the arrow.
changed.
She's
I'm
fine.
gonna throw an iron pot
You
to
had
make
dark.
noise and.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
What he says.
Do it.
13.
Bong.
Yeah, you cast it in there, but nothing happened.
Okay, there's. I
Alright.
guess.
John
Still
Cena has gotten bored. John Cena just like muscles everyone like, just step aside, it's a church. How dangerous can it be? I mean, come on, they let me in.
There's
John-
goblins living here, John!
John Cena walks into the room.
Oh, boy.
Nothing happens.
Rocks fall. Everyone dies.
No, they do not.
Theron is also going to move up, but he's staying closer to the door.
I'm gonna go in too, but I'm staying like on this wall.
I'm staying right where I am.
Good to know you have my back.
Okay. So
I
you
will
all.
let you
so
fall down a cliff the second you leave this place. If you
we're
don't
also
shut up.
going. So you all notice that your halfling friend is refusing to step in, even though all of you have clearly walked into the room.
No, I'm refusing.
Rick Sanchez, how short is your attention span?
Sure hope there's not a water trap because somebody can't swim.
Still longer than your dick.
Oh,
Well,
good.
you had to think about that for a second.
I was about to say shorter than your dick. Then I had to think about it.
I pick up my iron pot,
You know,
by the
I'm
way.
just going to say the fact that he just said shorter than my dick.
No, I said longer than
He
your
said
dick.
longer, but he all.
I was
I
going
heard
to-
shorter.
I heard shorter when you first
I
said
heard
it, too.
shorter.
No, you did not. Here, she heard
And
me.
I heard shorter.
I heard shorter.
He
You can go fuck yourself, dog. You want to go back on the recording?
I'll go
No,
back
but
on
we'll
the
check it
recording. I heard
later.
shorter.
Hey,
Not right now.
We'll
Don't
check
stop
it
the recording.
later.
We'll check it later.
I'll check it fucking now.
and then you'll mess up when you got to put it back to recording, and we'll lose half the episode.
And it'll be y'all's fault for not
Over
listening.
half it ain't even. What time is it?
Yeah, I didn't even do yet.
It's not even 12 o'clock.
So, anyway. What's everyone doing?
I'm staying.
Besides Rick refusing to go along
John
with
is
everyone
going to investigate the room.
else. Okay. What is your passive perception?
13
I'm
on
going-
both characters.
I just need John.
I'm gonna
Okay.
use one of my bandages.
So, before you can do that, a creature descends on top of John Cena. It is a worm-like
Oh my
creature with a large beak and tentacles coming off from the side of the
Oh,
beak.
fuck.
Told you so.
By the way,
You have been...
did I have enough time to use a bandage before all this
No.
happened?
I am going to name you Tickles.
Alright then, I'm gonna fucking.
He's going to...
Grab my sword.
What's your AC real quick?
18.
18.
Can I, like,
And it's an
react
attack, so he
to
gets
this happening? Or...
advantage. That's a hit, and he's going to bite you with his beak, so that'll be a d6 plus 2. You take 3 damage.
Alright.
Can
And
I react to it, or do
Nope.
we have to roll initiative?
this is now initiative time.
God damn it.
And before, let me find it.
16.
Actually,
I'll ask.
I'm going to make this so much easier to keep track of.
Now, I purposely dug you.
Alright.
I
I
kept
have-
you around. Where are you?
I have a different dice now for each
You
character.
know what? I found out how I'm gonna paint this. I'm gonna put teeth up here,
I
and we
told
go
you
back to
so.
Michael's.
This is John Cena's character dice.
This is not representative of the monster. I don't know what happened to my paper figure, the monster. So the Nothic figure has returned, but it's not a Nothic.
I'm just saying, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so.
Yeah, you're in
I'm
initiative
gonna
too,
paint.
buddy.
I'm gonna glue some like fangs up here and put moss in the bottom.
Nice.
And
Just let me know.
What'd you roll? 16.
I rolled 16 as well.
Damn.
Roll
Roll
off.
off. We'll see who goes first.
Play it.
Play it where it lies!
2.
Yeah, I beat you.
So 5.
Okay, so
No, I thought it was just a roll off.
Here goes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
then 2.
I rolled 5. Legit, that's what the dice was.
Okay, fair enough.
I beat you. I go first, yay. Well,
Theron.
Theron rolled an 8.
Hey, Thormere rolled a puppy.
A very irritated
I
puppy.
don't know where it went. It's near.
Oh, she's lying on
Way
it.
up north where the wind is cold, I lost my money and I lost
She's
my
like, it's so comfortable.
I make my living by killing the baby seals.
Okay, shut.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks.
There it is. I got it.
Go play.
So, Rick, you said you rolled a 16 as well, but you go first. And then John Cena.
John Cena rolled a 12.
12. Okay.
By the way, she has that as a tattoo on her back.
Okay, random.
I'm talking to Eric, not you, because you ain't no fun.
Theron shall consider it a target.
Not before she guts you. Or not before she guts her. I keep seeing the armor word I put down there because I keep forgetting I have to get armor. I'm like, I meant to do that the last 3 times we stopped somewhere. It has no memory.
Okay. So, after he attacks, very quickly, everyone make a nature check real quick.
Nature?
Nature.
I noticed nothing.
20.
Natural 20?
No.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 plus 1.
Okay, fair enough.
I rolled a 7. I know nothing.
Ha!
So, nature, 22.
22. Okay, so
20.
who rolled 22?
Theron.
What did John roll?
John rolled a 7.
Okay,
I rolled
so
a 20.
Rick and Theron both recognize this creature as a Grick.
That's a Grick. What's a Grick?
A Grick is a
Rick.
worm-like creature with tentacles coming off of the face and a beak.
Rick, I am impressed. You recognized it.
You farted and made
Yes.
my dog bark.
I'm sorry, it felt good.
Okay, fair enough. It is, speaking of Rick, it is Rick's turn in initiative.
When did I get gold earrings, by the way? Because I have that in my inventory.
Him going
No,
counted
I
as
don't
his surprise, correct?
Yes.
Alright.
That was the surprise round, and it is
Wow.
now Rick's top in initiative.
Alright. I look through the doorway.
Please, no more. I told you so.
I told you so as I notch my arrow and fire at it. So since he is technically gone, I don't get advantage,
So you're
right?
like right there now? Like in the
No,
doorway?
you don't get advantage, and he is going to be... John Cena was not prone by the attack, by the way, Eric.
Okay.
And he is on top, so I need you to make that attack at disadvantage for fear of hitting Eric. Or hitting John Cena, I will say. So shoot, and make your attack with disadvantage.
I don't care if I hit John Cena.
Fair enough, I'm just telling you. Make your attack at disadvantage.
I'm gonna take the first roll, and you can't make me not. You know why?
The first roll was lower?
No, the first roll was the same as the second roll. 18.
18 hits.
Alright.
Roll me some damage.
My question,
Yeah.
and I asked this for a couple reasons. Are they within, the people not currently prone, are they within 5 feet of the creature?
Um,
I don't.
Technically.
No.
Oh, yeah?
no, because... Oh,
Yeah.
well, you know what? Yes, actually.
Yeah, because like, there's
I'll
one
say-
square.
Both Theron
But at least
and
one of them.
Theron and Saphira are within 5 feet
Okay.
of the creature. Thormir is off kind of in the corner. Boom, boom,
11.
9 and 11.
Plus 3. 1 plus 3 is
14.
14. 14 damage.
Okay, 14 damage. That hits.
One big eye.
How much would it be fair to say that Theron knows about Grix? Because I'm wanting to know where to draw the line between what I know about Grix and what Theron knows about Grix.
What's it?
I
Well, he
mean,
rolled a 24 to recognize.
yeah, he rolled it. He
Yeah.
rolled it.
You don't know much. You just recognize this creature. You've seen its image in books and stuff before, but you're not like
Where am I saying it?
fully knowledgeable. Same. You just
I don't
remember. You just remember thumbing
read
through a
books.
book. Shut up. You just remember thumbing through a book at one point.
Fucking with you.
And you saw this picture of this horrible wormy creature. Like,
With it
"Ugh."
named. With it named. I'm assuming it was named.
Yeah, that's where you recognize it as Crick. You're like, ugh, and then kept turning the page.
By the way,
By the way, what?
I move over here and hide as my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter. I rolled a 4. He sees me, but I don't know that.
Wow.
God damn it.
C is a very
Well, he don't technically
not
see me,
correct,
but he knows I'm there.
not correct term. Gricks don't have eyes.
Oh, they have blind sight.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I'm hit though, because I tried to.
Okay, so it is now Saphira's turn.
I'm gonna try and take my great sword and slash it. Whatever.
Didn't you have a cursed act? Oh, no, never mind. Different
No.
Wrong
campaign.
game. Wrong
game.
game.
Taking my great sword and trying to swing.
Okay, go ahead.
That would be a 14.
Oh, very quickly. Sorry, Charlie. Your attack. What kind of attack? What kind of damage was it?
Piercing,
Piercing?
I think. Yes, it was piercing.
He has resistance to that.
I have
So
slashing
he
damage.
actually took half of that.
I have slashing damage.
So
You don't have to say that, Dalton. All you got to do is do the math.
I know, fair enough, but I'm allowing them to know that.
I mean,
So what was the damage again? 14?
30.
14.
Actually, it was, 14.
Yeah,
14.
I thought it was 13.
Pretty much I rolled a 14.
I mean,
Okay. So you rolled a 14? That's a hit.
So he took 7
Okay,
damage.
and
Yeah.
I need 2d6.
I know.
Can you borrow a d6, please?
Would you like to borrow the DM?
Dalton, you see why I was asking what I know versus what Theron knows?
I didn't recognize exactly. That's why I said what I
What
said.
is he immune to slashing damage?
He is resistant to slashing. So half of that is what he takes.
Slashing?
Yeah.
Oh, he's resistant to multiple types.
I'll tell you this. Resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical weapons.
My bow's
So,
magical.
7.
No, it's not.
It's
That's
plus 1.
three.
That doesn't make it magical.
So,
That's
yeah,
basically
I'll
all
say
I know.
3 damage.
Damn it.
I like fucking
Good
with
roll,
people.
too.
I have a question.
Yes.
Get around.
Okay, so Thormir is going to give him that 1, 2, 3 combo. So he's going to throw a dart at him, which he misses. But then he's going to attempt to use flurry of blows.
Has he been collecting his darts back?
He has been. Yeah, so he's going to use flurry of blows. That's a hit. That is not a hit, so he is first one. He just goes and he punches the brick, not knowing anything about a brick. He punches it right in the beak.
How much damage did you do to the brick?
3.
Okay.
Because he's resistant to fucking slashing damage.
Yes.
He's also resistant to being punched in the face.
Yes.
It's bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning.
It is. However, because he rolled a 1, he's going to take the full effect of that. So, it is now John Cena's turn.
Alright. So, Brick is literally like slithering right on top of John Cena, right?
Yes, and for you to... What do you want to do?
John Cena is gonna grab him.
Okay.
Well, are his arms free?
Your arms
He
are
doesn't
free.
have
He essentially just boom right on
Alright,
top.
so
Squish.
he's gonna grab him,
Okay, so a grapple.
and he's gonna try to roll him And he wants to get on top of him and he's screaming out, "Damn it! Nobody squishes John Cena but John Cena!"
Okay, so first for the grapple, roll for strength.
He's got like the highest strength of all of us, so this should be okay.
Unless I roll a 3.
Or yes, unless you roll a 3. God damn it!
You try to grab a hold of him, but his wormy body makes it hard to grab a hold and keep a hold.
Yeah, and because he's prone, he can't do like any attacks or anything. So
I'll allow if you want to try to get up without grabbing him. If you want to try to brush him off, you can make a athletics check and spend half of your movement. But this will be the end of your turn.
That's a non-natural 20.
You make it up.
So he should be up.
Yeah, that'll end your turn.
All right.
So it is now your turn again because it's Theron's turn.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you've now made it up, and doing so kind of pushed him because you both can't occupy the same space.
All right. Where's Theron?
Theron's right here.
All right. Theron moves to right behind John Cena.
Okay.
Puts John Cena in the pocket.
Pocket.
Good. And is burning hands.
Okay. Burning hands.
What's the thing that you end up burning?
It's a dex save.
Okay, so
15. Yep. And he's not immune to magical attacks.
I said it would be fun.
He does not make that, so he takes full damage.
I christen you with the dice of Elven.
11, 12, well, 6 plus 5.
11, 13.
13 damage.
Yeah, I thought it was 2
Fire damage.
13 fire damage.
Shit, damn.
You hear him scream.
And then we hear him cough. Like what?
You hear a god coughing somewhere, you don't understand why.
Odd.
Oh, she's angry!
You start to notice a delicious smell in the air, almost like cooked pork.
Tell him, good buddy. I believe you would make a great cook.
Because he can't get to Theron, even though he's pissed off, he is going to attack John yet again. And he's going to make a multi-attack, and he's going to first swing at you with one of his tentacles. 16.
Yes.
16 miss. And then he's going to lunge out and try to bite you with a critical failure. So roll me an unarmed strike, just 1d4.
Punch him from the face again.
One.
Okay, so as he lunged out, you step back just enough to where it misses you, and you drop an elbow on the top of his head. You notice the Grick is looking very woozy at this moment. He's swaying back and forth, and it is now Rick's turn.
Alright. I move through Theron. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I use dash as my bonus action to get behind him.
Now, using dash, if you're going around somebody,
all that does is double my movement.
Okay, so he will get an attack of opportunity for you going past
I don't?
him.
Okay.
That's why I was asking if it negated the attack of opportunity.
No.
Okay, so he is going to lash out at you with one of his tentacles as you're going by with another critical failure. So, anyway.
Does it help that I have my short sword out? I'm joking. Anyway, as I get behind him, I draw my short sword.
Okay.
I have advantage since we're flanking, right?
Very much so.
Whew. 16 plus
16. I'll already tell you.
5.
You hit.
21. That is 9 plus 4. That's a 13. Piercing.
Reduced to
piercing.
6.
Reduced to 6. Piercing.
How do you want to do this?
That tentacle that he lashed out with me, I want to swing and cut it off as I swing through his body.
Okay. So
Not like clean through me.
Right. So the tentacle goes flying off and it lands at your feet. Your sword then embeds halfway through the Grick's body. It lurks out screaming in pain, and then it falls to the ground completely dead.
That's how you kill something.
Well, that was annoying.
Well, that 27 HP went quick.
Meta!
Meta after it's over, it is so. Everyone, and I mean everyone, make a very quick perception check.
7.
For fuck's sakes, that guy's no longer good.
14, 15,
Dormir just noticed that you were fighting something.
8 for
14,
Theron,
17.
and 13 for John Cena.
Okay. So, reason why I asked, you all noticed, looking at this brick more closely now that you've had the time to breathe, it's wearing a collar.
Good boy.
You can determine from this, it's someone's pet.
Well, this pet is dead.
Is there a name tag on it?
No, it's just got a studded leather collar.
John Cena takes the collar.
John Cena has the collar.
I investigate around the walls to see if there's anything anybody else missed.
Okay, so just go ahead and roll investigation.
Yep, that's a nope. That's a 6, 7, 8. That's a 9. 9.
Well, you're not going to find any monsters or any traps of sorts. However, you do notice by the brazier, which is going to be that. By the brazier, you notice there's a mound of coal. You sort of kick it around with your foot to see if anything pops out of there, and you see emerging from underneath they call a gold statuette of a sun elf worth 100 gold pieces wrapped in crimson cloth.
I slip it in my bag stealthily.
Okay.
I use one of my bandages to set heal a little bit. What does a bandage do?
A bandage, roll a straight d4. Don't add nothing.
Yeah. 3.
And
I walk over to John Cena. I'm glad you got bored. I wouldn't have walked in there.
oh, I clicked the wrong thing.
Hey, what can I say? It was entertaining.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
Not
I'm
that.
kind of surprised you had the patience to stand out there.
Haven't.
You notice Thormer standing off in the corner and he's got a flask in his mouth. What?
Oh, man.
I have a question.
Drinking like that on the job is my position in this group.
Did anybody see this door? Or is that a hidden door?
No. You notice it. It's a normal door.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know.
And everyone receives 90 XP.
Holy shit.
So we're up
So
to
1,000.
1118.
1108.
Oh, 1118. It was 90 and we were at 20. Right? I'm doing the
Yeah,
quick math.
yeah, one.
Oh!
Every dog has his day dog.
So 1108.
No, 1118. 1118.
Oh.
I think.
Y'all got
I'm going to double check. Because I think Eric may be right.
Minus, and I'm just writing down for Corey later. He can add this into his own stuff because there was no base experience point written here. I pretty much told him just make it the beginning of a level 3, but at the top I'm just going to write down what he gains and he can figure that out later for himself.
So after they do that, I'm going to go to the door. I'm going to look at it and be like, hey, Theron, you want to use your mage hand or whatever that was?
Theron looks at it.
Wait, can there be
Okay, so there's
draconic?
Yes.
Shit.
Theron reaches out. Knock.
Knock on the door.
No, he uses mage hands to open the door.
Oh, I thought he used
saying,
mage hand to knock on the door.
No, he's saying knock, knock as he opens the door. Knock.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Indeed, Anakin. You call this fun?
Okay, you notice a I'll say makeshift hallway at this point, because you notice this used to be a room, but on both sides after opening the door, rubble and rocks have fallen and collapsed into this room. So now just making it a straight hallway onto the next room.
I look, and then I barely peek my head in and look up.
John Cena walks up behind him.
Make
and
a
just, like,
saving throw.
pats him on the back.
Really?
No, I'm fucking with you.
John Cena walks up behind him and just pats him on the back, knocks him into the room.
Make a strength check.
Dog.
Against your athletic.
Can I
Smite.
roll to investigate or perception?
You rolled a 2. So I need to roll athletics.
Yeah.
So call it a 4.
Should I
So if I roll anything less than a 5, I'm done.
roll?
Ah, no.
So as he pats you on the back, you catch yourself on the doorway,
Roll
not
16.
allowing to go in. You're like,
Nope.
Hey, man.
dick.
Cunt.
Okay, you.
What should I roll?
What do you want
Ass.
to do?
I'm just want to like check for traps.
Perception or investigation. I'll allow you to choose. Should be about the same.
Perception.
I know it is.
Whichever one's higher, I'll allow you perception or investigation.
12.
12. Notice nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, Theron's gonna take a look.
Okay.
Theron gets a 9.
Okay, and just for shits and giggles, Stormer's going to check as well.
And John Cena's gonna check.
What'd you roll?
17.
John Cena noticed he
Just so everyone knows, Thormir's also.
I wanted to roll.
Oh,
Yeah,
go.
I rolled.
You want to roll higher than a 17?
All I saw was the 7.
It was a 17.
Well, keep the 17. We might need it.
Fair enough, there's nothing in there.
All right.
Nobody notices anything. 19. You don't notice it.
Okay.
Well, since
And he did roll higher than a 17, so to prove
since
me
we
wrong.
have the security rogue, John Cena's gonna go in.
Okay. Like I said, it's just a collapsed makeshift hallway leading to the next door.
All right. Perception on the door.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception. Oh, hello, you are a dead guy now.
14 from John Cena on the door.
14.
I'm on the too, right behind him.
Theron's coming up behind him and doing the same thing.
I rolled a 10.
Theron rolls a 17.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
It'd be so awesome if we had like a thief or something here with an absurdly high perception.
Yeah, would, wouldn't it?
Oh, and now I roll an 18.
Thormy or check as well. 13 plus.
My roll was better, brother.
15.
Careful, you might make the Dormer's head explode.
Oh. I'm like Corey, but with soda.
Pretty much.
Tiny man, we need you.
Okay. So,
Don't call me Tommy, damn it!
Don't call me. Who called me Tiny?
I
Don't call me you. Don't call me Tiny, you elven half-wit.
did. You hear a loud booming voice in
You
your own.
elven halfway.
You hear a loud booming voice in your own head. You know you're short. Nobody else heard that. Just him.
So laughing.
Gonna be
So
fucking
who
with
rolled?
I think to myself, for only that voice can hear it. You're the one that made me this way, damn it.
you. Daddy?
The dice laid as they may. So, and you're confused by that. You're not 100% certain what that meant, but you had an idea that it confirmed one of your suspicions about your background.
Motherfucker!
So, Rick also heard that. So, who rolled the highest on the perception?
Theron.
Theron. What did he roll?
17.
17. So Theron goes and he places his very large elf ears up against the door, and
Fine. What do your elf ears yell?
he notices
I bet you Thormir can hear it better.
Not today.
Thormir's too busy drinking.
Dormer's ears are
He wasn't drinking.
He tried, but he just heard.
It would appear that we have driven my brother to alcohol obsession.
But
Why
that
don't
was
you
already a thing.
So, Theron places his large elf ears up against the door and attempts to hear what might be on the other side. He notices two voices speaking goblin, but not normal goblin voices. These seem much deeper in pitch than normal goblins would be.
Have we heard it before?
Oh yeah, I think I know what's over there.
In this adventure, you have not come across this yet. So
Oh,
you wouldn't.
God.
So
Is it a
you
bugbear?
would not recognize it. No, it's not a bugbear.
Okay, then we wouldn't recognize it. Just wanted to double check, make
Yeah, 'cause
sure.
that's what
I know what you fought. Damn it!
Really?
Yeah.
Really? What we thought?
You fought goblins. You fought bugbears. You fought a stray owl bear. You fought orcs. You fought wolves.
That it?
Off the top of my head,
Not that.
correct.
And
Grip, which you just fought. Yourselves and your worst
A
nightmares.
human.
Point being,
we also fought those little weird bird-looking creatures.
Sturgis. Thank you. Hey, I said off the top of my head. I wasn't thinking too
So,
deeply about
That's
it.
the only.
So you hear deep voices speaking in Goblin. There.
So,
What do they say?
I
Well,
hear,
Theron knows.
I hear two voices speaking in Goblin.
What are they saying?
Give me one moment. I'm still allowing them to
Yeah.
speak.
You just hear them talking back and forth about the noises that the other goblins were yelling about earlier. You can tell, given your not so stealthy approach into the building, pretty much everything you're going to come across is going to be waiting for you.
They appear to have been alerted to our presence. I do not know how this would have happened, obviously, but
Really? You don't.
they speak in the Goblin tongue, but they do not sound like Goblin.
What does that mean?
I'll let you know afterwards, because that will play into what may happen next. Okay, so what is everyone going to do?
Can you tell them in Goblin to come out? They've captured the.
I probably could, but it might be more believable in a higher pitched voice like a short man like you would have.
It probably would.
But he doesn't speak.
But I don't speak Goblin.
Very well. Let me try.
Oh,
I keep an arrow.
don't sound girly like you normally do.
I am going to step back and keep
Hold on, real quick.
arrows ready.
Roll me a d6. Just very quickly, roll me a d6.
2.
You take 2 burning damage.
What?
Just for the sake of a joke. Okay, continue.
I shall try to call them up to it.
Okay, roll deception.
For squeaks. 4.
You know they're not falling for that.
They did not fall.
And now they know for a fact you're on the other side of this room.
I would perhaps prepare.
I'm already standing behind y'all with my arrows ready, so.
Can I hide real quick? Or attempt
Nope.
to hide?
You've got nowhere to hide. It's just a
initiative.
straight hall. No, not yet. That door is still closed.
I say,
Leroy
John?
Jenkins.
did y'all check the door for traps?
Yes, it's
Yes.
just a door.
Okay, just look at you.
John, I would recommend that you raise your shield right about.
I kicked the door in.
I knew that was coming. I keep my arrow at the ready.
Well, first we need a map of where we're gonna fight.
Yes, you most absolutely do. So, give me 1 second.
And while this is going on, Theron has yelled in Goblin, Your father was a hamster and your mama spelled of elderberries.
It's the other way around.
You do have that backwards.
I know. It's
That's
there.
the point.
It is there. I will give you that. Because one thing.
Mother was a hamster.
One thing that is missed from the earlier days.
Does
of
anyone have
Claire-
an eye on the pupper?
She's probably going to the living room.
As long as there
Right
are no
there.
cords. As long as she has no cords in her house.
What were you gonna say? One thing that is missing?
He used to get purposely people's names wrong.
Oh,
So
yeah.
fair enough, he would get quotes wrong as well. So
See, I haven't been using names too much, but I I didn't know about that part, but I'll start reincorporating it.
That was a Splinter Cell reference, Dalton.
oh no wait, that was no. Sorry,
In Splinter Cell, you could whisper to, or you could
whistle. Yeah, I
whisper.
know.
You could whisper or whistle to get someone's attention.
You can do that in Assassin's Creed too.
Yeah, Splinter Cell's cool. Yeah.
I disagree.
Fuck you.
Splinter's cool.
I disagree.
Splinter Cell was cool.
And that's the 2 whistles.
In Splinter Cell, you have 3.
Splinter Cell suck. That's why there's no new games.
Oh!
How many games does Splinter Cell have versus how many Assassin's Creed has?
I don't know. Assassin's Creed is still making games. How
Let's
many Splinter
see.
Cell games were
Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3,
I'm sorry, is there a
Brotherhood,
platinum, is there a
Revelations.
platinum edition?
Yes.
there? Yeah,
Yeah.
of the first game, and probably more, but the first game comes to mind.
And a couple
Okay.
of them got Game of the Year.
Okay, 1,
That was not my
2,
game,
Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, 4,
Rogue.
I can't
Correct.
remember how many Splinter Cells there
Rogue,
were.
Syndicate, Unity, Origins, and the
Not
3,
counting cheap knockoff games.
and
And
the
there's 1 for the PSP.
Not
there's more than 1 for the PSP because no. Liberty makes it 11.
Yes.
Liberty makes it 11, and then the 3 Chronicles.
Yep.
Alright.
So there's
fine.
14 Assassin's Creed games.
If it makes you feel any better, only a couple of them are good.
Yeah, fair enough. There's only a few
Oh,
out of those
that's
14 that are fucking good.
1's good if it's the first game in the series you played. 2's pretty good. Brotherhood is amazing.
Revelations.
Revelations I kind of liked, actually.
I liked Revelations. I like the story it brought.
By the way, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
We are. Okay, back to this. This is not our podcast time. By the way, don't forget, go to Champion X's channel to check out a movie podcast that we did. And tomorrow, as we're recording this, we're going to record another podcast. So go and check that out. Links down in the description. So, what's everyone doing? We're not in initiative yet. The door is still closed, but you know.
I have an arrow drawn back.
No, I kicked in the door. The
John-
door is open.
Yeah, the door
John-
is open.
You kicked in the door?
Yes.
Okay.
John Cena has cast Bless on these 3 here.
Where's my cocksucking hobgoblins?
And I'm in the back with an arrow.
Did you hear me, Dalton?
Go ahead and say that again.
John Cena has cast Bless on Thoromir, Saphira,
no, I'm in the back.
or Thoromir, Theron, and
Rick.
Rick all have Bless cast on them now.
What's that?
I have the freaking.
An attack roll or a saving throw of your choice, you can add 1d4 to it.
Okay.
So if you feel like you just missed the attack, roll a d4.
Gotcha.
Now, I went through all the trouble of getting these assholes.
That means pay attention to what their AC is.
We only have 1 of those, right? Or do we have it until the cast?
You have only 1.
Okay.
Dig, 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 dig.
I'm so sad.
That reminds me, I saw a GIF on Tumblr today of Diglett.
GIF.
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 The creator of the fucking file calls it GIF or GIF.
Choose the developers. Choose GIF.
The guy who made the fucking file calls it that. Go fuck your noise.
Okay, and?
And so it's pronounced GIF. When the guy who makes it says this is how it's said, that's how it's said.
GIF.
Hey,
By the way, Dalton,
yeah.
did I just hear you say, where are my hobgoblin figures?
No, you did not.
How do I edit this damn video?
I'm missing one of my figures.
One
That
of
you
your-
don't know what it is.
One of your hobgoblin figures?
No, it's not a hobgoblin figure.
That's what he
Why do you have
said.
my dragon?
Just because I didn't feel like tearing them down off of the thing, and I knew we were going to reuse them. So. They got saved.
We got 7 views. And One like and one dislike.
I'm the one who disliked it.
I'm the one who liked it.
Oh,
Somebody had to bring balance to the force.
did you really dislike it?
No.
I think Jimmy did.
Of course he
Because
did.
he hates that.
Oh yeah, he did. He commented on it.
The movie was garbage.
Yeah.
I think we have 15 views on the last episode.
20 as of the last time I checked.
Oh, really? You finally fixed it? His phone was only showing we had 1 view.
Nah.
But
Okay,
every time
sure.
I got on the
You're gonna replace the
iPhone-
one that's missing for some fucking reason. I went through all the fucking trouble of making sure I had everything I needed for this, and I still wound up losing one.
It's okay,
Shit
bud.
happens.
It's okay.
It's
okay,
I am the anchors.
Do you need to get
Oh wait,
Okay.
I'm half stupid. There's not 3, there's 2. Sorry, I have everything I need.
How the hell did I manage to
Okay,
do
so you
that?
kick the door and you notice 2 hobgoblins. Yes, I said hobgoblins. Shut up.
Yeah, I know.
Still going!
I mean,
I
it would
take
be kind of
my
rough.
sword.
You kick the door in.
I kick the door in.
Roll initiative. I know, I led you all on that shit. You kick the door in and
I'm
they're
gonna play it
waiting
where it
for
lies.
you.
It
You're
was
not
a
getting a
19.
surprise attack.
I don't need a surprise attack.
You're not attacking.
No.
Initiative as soon as you kick the door in.
I'm gonna start spinning mine when I roll it because they're all the 19.
15.
Ho!
Yes, you are.
I rolled the 19 just by spinning it.
Hey, guess what? The first hobgoblin rolled a fucking 20.
Fuck!
I wish I'd gotten some wood wax or something.
I'm
to
fucking
do.
retarded.
Second
Okay,
round.
Rick Sanchez.
What's your
15.
initiative?
15. John Cena.
4.
God.
Wow. Theron.
Please say one.
Theron is 18.
18. Boromir.
That's
Roll a
right.
7.
Around on legal.
Saphira.
Saffron? Really?
Saphira.
Sorry, I got sidetracked. 19. I told you that 3 fucking times because
I tell you to wait until I ask for it. Go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
goddamn bitch about it.
Go fuck yourself. You go away very quickly. And get
What the fuck? What the fuck random shit was that?
Random shit.
Oh.
I forgot what I was gonna do. Thanks for that random shit.
Gosh.
Oh, okay, I remember. How to
The hinges on this thing are so
edit
sticky.
the
I don't want to-
as a YouTube
I'm gonna get a little dragon figure and glue it on top of this
wrong.
after I paint it.
I was half expecting Charles to be over there typing how to fight a hobgoblin.
That's meta, and that phone gets broke more than it already is.
No, like for at Michael's, they have like these little dragon figurines. I was gonna get one, spray paint it like gold to match the.
Make the Ark of the Covenant.
No, I was just gonna put one little dragon right on the top of it. Just look pretty. And then paint it.
I got this idea, by the way. So, to replace this box to hold all the figures, they sell these book boxes, right? And they just look like cookbooks or whatever. But I want to get one and repaint it. I got the idea. I'm going to get like a skull sort of look, like just the face of a skull. I'm going to glue it on there. And then I'm going to use hot glue and do just, random strings coming off of it. And I'm going to repaint it all brown, try to make it look like the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Why
You
are
got
they
one dice down, by the way.
Because that shit looks badass.
Why?
Because that shit looks badass.
That's a creepy ass thing.
Fatu,
Barada,
Barada,
Stop, one
Necto.
of my dice is over there by the underneath the other. Why the Necronomicon though?
Because it looks cool. And
I hate that
it'll
thing.
make the cool decorative box.
I hate that thing.
So,
That fucking book gives me nightmares.
Sorry, I'm getting down to
I have
it.
nothing that talks.
Boromir and then bringing up the rear, John Cena. Okay, so to start things off, our first hobgoblin, he's going to come up to the door. Who is this?
Rick.
That's
Rick.
That's Rick.
He's going to attempt to attack you, Mr. Sanchez.
Rick, duck.
So he's going to use his long sword, and he's going to try to hit you.
Okay.
And that's an
He hits
18.
me. He hits me.
Okay. And
I'm dead.
no, but you can.
No, like, legit, I'm dead. I'm unconscious.
How much health did you have?
I had 1 hit point.
Did you really?
No, I don't
I'm
know.
about to say,
Jesus
I
Christ!
was about to
dude.
fucking say, I don't remember you getting hit.
Scared to
By the
piss
way,
on
you
his
take
ass.
8 damage.
No, I have one. Not joking. 1 minus 8 is 23.
You're right.
I mean, 13.
13.
Yeah, one of the digits, right?
Okay, it is now Saphira's turn.
So I didn't even get a chance to go through the door.
I
You
yelled.
kicked that door in and he was sitting there waiting for you like, ha ha! He's the
I would
robot
like
from,
it.
hold on, he's the robot from future. Ha ha! He stabbed you!
He stabbed you?
No, he's a whack goblin.
I whacked him! Okay, Saphira.
I yelled to Rick, duck.
Quack! You don't have to duck, he's too short, you wouldn't hit him anyway.
What, is a hobgoblin taller than a fucking...
Much taller.
I did
So
not
their
know
size
that.
is bigger than me?
Not
Yeah.
the scale.
Okay. I
Not
did not
in
know
the
this.
scale, but hobgoblins are actually big. They're about
Okay,
human
I'm
size.
going to shoot my longbow
Okay, shoot your
over
long
Rick's
bow.
head.
Shoot your long bow. Don't roll on.
1.
5 plus 7.
Not a hit. I'll tell you
Not a
that.
God damn it.
Okay.
I tried.
Okay, Theron's turn.
Theron.
Theron.
Yeah.
Chuggle's never seen, right?
Theron moves up right behind Rick. Puts Rick in his pocket.
Okay.
AC 15, or it's a DC 15
DC.
charisma. Dex.
I was definitely spelled.
15. I'll put that towards the point. So
Alright.
it just
So-
hit.
So both of them fail.
Oh, sorry. Second. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I borrow your
I
dice?
just realized my intelligence is only 11.
How are we getting hits on them? Just wondering.
He's using a magic attack.
Just wondering. How do you spell Death Note?
Death Note.
10.
One word. 10. Okay.
Chuckle's never seen Death Note. Next.
Okay, it is now Rick Sanchez's turn.
I still have 3 pounds worth of
Alright, since he's a size larger than me, I move through his space.
Okay.
Not out of melee range.
Okay.
To the other hobgoblin.
Right.
He has not went this turn, correct?
No, he has not gone, so you do have that advantage.
Which I kind of need, and I'm going to use the other dice for it.
What'd you roll?
Confusing me.
I rolled a 6, and I think it was 5. No, 6 and an 8. 8 plus 8 plus 5. Is that it? That's 8.
That's 13.
That's 13.
No.
And as a bonus action, I disengage and use the rest of my movement.
Raven bolts are Robin. He bravely run away.
Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15. I moved there.
Okay.
Have you seen the Disney Robin Hood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm asking him.
the one.
What do you think the answer is?
It's a Disney cartoon, so it's entirely possible you've actually seen it.
And it is correct.
So the one who you tried to attack is going to come up and try to hit you. Now he's going to once again use his long sword.
It's a hit.
These dice used to be good.
That's a hit. Is that a 1?
Try to. Let's see. D8. So, as he goes to hit, he's not used to hitting short things. He's like, you little midget. Fuck. Hits himself in the face. A little bit of a trickle of blood comes back. It's now Thormir's turn, and Thormir's going to give him that good old 1, 2. So, Dart. 15 plus 3, that's a hit, so he's going to... sorry,
I was gonna
plus
say.
5, it's a 20.
I was gonna say. Don't forget that Thormir has bless on him this turn too.
Okay,
So
what's
if he
plus
needs
2?
Wait a minute. I had bless. That's too
It
late.
wouldn't have done anything for you. But bless, you can roll a d4 with any of your attack roll on this turn.
Okay.
They have
Or
higher
with
than a
your,
17.
or with your saving throw if you were to be attacked,
Right.
you can roll a d4 and add that to your roll.
So
They have higher than
he's not
17
gonna
armor
need
class?
it
I
on
can't
this.
answer that right now.
I know
Ask
you
me
can't.
after the fight.
Stop asking.
Well, he technically said it wouldn't have helped you, so...
So it is a D4 plus 3. So the one in the doorway takes 4 plus 3. So he takes 7 damage. And then he's going to follow that up with a fury of blows. So the first one, 5. That's a miss. You said a D4?
Yeah, you can add a d4.
Well, that's not going to help at all. The first one misses, and then 11. So he hits him with the dart, goes into punch, and misses both his shots. And it is now John Cena's turn.
Alright. John Cena, which one did he hit with damage?
The one in the doorway.
He hit this one?
Yes.
Alright. Considering if it was a normal player, I would have heard the damage. How much damage was done?
Oh, he had I said it. He had shit, what was it? It was 7 points of damage done.
Alright, so he did 7 points.
Yeah, he did 7 points. And I actually wrote that down wrong right there. That. So go ahead.
Alright, so John Cena is going to use his action to cast Guiding Bolt at this one, which is engaging Charles, which means he would have advantage. Flanking.
Okay.
Or wait a minute. No. That is not an attack roll. That is
It's a save.
That is a DC.
Guiding bolt?
Guiding bolt? I believe that's also dex.
I believe that's a spell attack.
No, it's a save. I'm pretty sure. Give me one. Alright, well, you got yours. I'm pretty sure it's a save.
Only reason I say is because...
I feel like it's a wisdom save.
Holy cow! Where's... Oh, there it is.
Calm down.
I couldn't find it.
Breathe.
There goes the pot choppers again.
Guiding bolt. Yeah, make a ranged spell attack.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I'll have it.
So roll to hit then.
No.
Oh my god!
I rolled a 5 and 6.
Okay. No.
Plus
So both
5.
miss.
It's misses.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now it is the first hobgoblin's turn. Who is right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. I'm going to use my bonus action.
Okay.
I'm casting Healing Word on him.
What? Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Go ahead and cast healing.
And this is my last spell slot, so... Or, well, it's my last level 1 spell slot. 6.
Thanks.
I mean, I've got my level 2 spell slots still.
It's better than nothing.
It is.
But
So,
yeah, regain 6
Back to
HP.
this. So, Thormir being right in front of him because he just came up to try to do the physical melee attack, so he had to be within 5 feet. He is going to attempt to slash Thormir. So that is, well, that's an absolute fucking hit. So
Natural fucking 20.
is an 18 plus 3, so 21. So everyone knows. And then he's going to do a D8.
I like saying natural fucking 20. Excuse me.
So that's 5, and he's going to use martial advantage, which allows him to deal an extra 7 points of damage. So Thormir takes a whopping 12 points of damage.
Dang, we got a ways to hit level 4.
Ish. Okay, so it is now Saphira's turn.
Hey, we're at the top of the round.
And
No, wait.
the first hobgoblin is the top of the
Yeah, I
round.
was about to say, we're almost at the top of the round.
You just hit the top of the round.
I guess I'm
Oh,
gonna.
yeah.
I guess I'm gonna shoot another arrow.
Okay.
Ace.
Face.
18
That's a
plus
hit.
7.
That's a hit.
Sweet! Didn't roll a 1. I'm waiting for the chance I roll 2 ones in a row.
8 plus 3.
So as you pull back and loose your arrow, the arrow flies, going right over Rick Sanchez's head. Not Rick Sanchez, sorry. Going right past Thormir, right past John C, and then sticking right into his eye, and he falls back.
I actually hit that time.
He now dead.
I'm getting good with the damn headshots.
An excellent shot. Sir.
It is now Theron's turn.
Oh my god, you actually complimented
Theron.
me. You must be deathly ill.
You didn't hear what I said, did you?
Oh yeah, Theron goes before
No.
me.
An excellent shot, sir.
Theron,
Yes.
your turn.
He was busy making me want to hit him again.
Alright, Theron is going to shoot him with Ray of Frost.
Okay, go ahead.
And he's still facing him, right?
He is.
So that would be
Just go ahead and move Theron to where he can actually see him, because the way he is, he's behind a wall and you're not seeing him directly. You got the movement for it, just.
And that is going to be... That's going to be 21.
That's a hit. Alright. Roll me some damn heads. Oh, also, I should probably cross it.
2.
2?
Yep.
Okay. It is now Rick Sanchez.
Can I specify something before or after I know I hit?
Before.
Alright, I'm trying not to kill him.
Okay. Yeah, you absolutely want to say that before.
Yeah.
And you miss. Actually, what is that? 12?
That's a 12 plus 5. I don't miss. That's
17?
17.
You miss.
You miss.
Oh, I'm going to use my D4.
Okay, use your D4.
18.
You hit.
Oh my damn!
Now that everybody knows, yes,
He has
Hobgoblins
an
have 18 AC.
Okay. Deal me some damage, sir.
And
What are you using?
Short
again?
sword's what I have.
Short sword. Gotcha.
I can't believe I actually stuck that one in the eye.
Make a nice popping sound.
6.
6.
Would it be safe to say
Non-lethal
that?
damage.
Would it be safe to say
Non-lethal
that Theron-
damage?
I'm not trying to kill him.
How do you want to do it?
I want to, as I'm slicing, go for his... just his shins. Try to break a bone where he can't move.
The shins. Okay.
part of
So,
the way below the knee.
You flatten your blade out, not using the sharp edge, and you whack him right in the left shin, causing it to make a horrible snapping sound, causing him to fall to the ground, letting out a guttural "Ah!" He's now incapacitated and on the ground, and due to sheer pain, unconscious.
Oh no.
Why do people do y'all pass out?
No.
As you bring them down to 0, so they go unconscious.
No. Would it be safe to say that Theron felt the wind on that arrow, by the way?
Can I ask
Don't
you...
shut that door. It's hot.
H-O-T.
Can I ask you a quick question, my friend?
With Theron, right?
Yeah, Theron's asking.
Yes, Theron.
Please tell me, Rice, why do you keep trying to capture them alive?
That way we can ask them more questions about any more traps. Or, what was the...
Everybody gets 40 XP.
What was the thing called?
What thing?
The thing that we fought before this run.
48.
A grip?
Or to see if there's any more grips here that, you know.
Wait, what do we have? What
Oh, that reminds me. What was that thing called that I picked up that nobody knows I picked up?
Statue of a sun elf worth 100 gold.
What are we up to now?
1158.
Statue of Sun Elf.
Alright, so we're completely out of
100
Out of
gold.
initiative.
we're
Yes.
completely out of initiative, and can I speak post battle metagaming?
Sure.
Somebody buff the health pool.
What do you think, buff the health pool?
Dalton does not know what you're talking about.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I really don't.
That's why
This one is completely oblivious to me, but I'm just going to stare at you, see if I can make you say it.
So what?
You know.
You fucked up their stats.
I did not fuck up their stats.
You fucked with their stats.
He bucked them.
Oh! Yeah, absolutely. You guys are blowing through guys a little quick. Yes, I made them
That's
a
what I'm
little
saying.
bit.
Somebody buff their health pool.
Yes, I'm
Hey, John Cena.
making them a little bit tougher. You're blowing through this fairly quickly.
John Cena there. Can you maybe see if you can get some information from him?
I'd let John do it.
I'd let them both.
Well,
While they're doing that, I check these
Hey.
boxes.
hey,
Those are not boxes, those are beds.
I check the beds.
hey.
Beds.
What?
Can I roll
While,
perception?
while we're getting the
I'm checking the
information,
traps,
Hold on.
making sure
while
you
we're
know.
getting the information out of Knucklehead over here, shouldn't do it.
I will.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna go with him.
Ish.
I'm gonna go with him. By the way, that's what her. I decided that's what her.
Metagaming. You don't know I'm trying to steal stuff.
Hey,
I'm going with you because I
He
want
doesn't know I'm trying to steal stuff either.
hey, what language does it say that in?
Draconic. I'm gonna go with it just because I want to look for stuff.
All right.
I check the beds.
So, and
You find beds.
Nothing else?
Nothing else.
We look
Did I
all,
see the
all
door
around
behind
the
me?
room. Really?
Yeah, you see the you do see the door behind you.
This is what I would have rolled a 15.
That's also a door.
How big is this damn castle?
It's a fucking castle, dude!
it's big.
Quit bitching!
I'm not bitching.
Quit bitching!
Hey, I will bring up an idea after we get done with exploration of this room and interrogation. So, is he still unconscious?
Very much unconscious.
All right, John Cena.
To save you some health potions, you can probably slap him away.
All right.
Do we have a time?
All right.
He's now conscious. What?
Do we have a screw?
When y'all come over tomorrow, I do.
Yeah.
All right.
The screws are all
Then,
broken out.
You speak Goblin, so translate. Very well, short one.
Hobgoblins also speak common.
I didn't know if these did or not.
I'll give you most hobgoblins
Alright.
will speak common.
All right. Look, I'm gonna make this short, sweet, and simple.
I'll go through the door.
Pissing in your pants.
You'll see.
Who's that?
You see that little guy over there? His patience for you is about as short as his height. And he is a rank amateur at interrogation, and his torture is going to really, really, really hurt a lot more than he intends it to.
By the way,
Hey!
you don't hear any of this, but you look back at him and you see him
So Spirit did a
interrogating
good
the
bit.
hobgoblin. You just wait like,
I'm talking about him.
And I was saying, Spirit did a good bit.
So, here's the deal. Make this easy. Tell me what we need to know, and you and I'll share a beer together.
And I won't let my girly friend with nails in
What?
make a perception check. Or persuasion, sorry.
Persuasion.
Not perception.
I'm checking and looking up, making sure while I'm walking around the room.
6. All right. Very well.
He's just sitting there giving you the fucking stonewall treatment.
So, can I, just not doing anything, can I just, whisper in his ear and try to roll for persuasion? I mean,
It depends on what you're saying. What are you gonna?
I'm gonna tell
What are
him
you gonna say?
about. I'm gonna tell him about how, dude. Let's just say the last person this guy interrogated, he got a broken bottle shoved up his ass. I was listening to him.
Okay, I'll allow that to be an intimidation check.
And it could be deception.
My
Does that really
intimidation
happen?
My intimidation's minus 1.
Well, roll something good.
18. 17.
So, yeah. Fine. To save myself from that pain,
I'll check this
gives
door.
you a dirty look.
John smiles at him.
What do you want to know?
1 second. Vic!
Yes?
He's ready for you. Don't hurt him.
I can't hurt him?
Nope,
Okay.
it's a part of the deal of him talking.
Very well.
And give him a beer when you're done.
I pull out one of my flasks of ale.
How many do you have?
This is the last one. I only have 2.
You should have refilled them while you still had the 3 casks on the back of your fucking thing.
Well, then I did.
No, too late now. Point being, continue.
I'm like, alright, I got this right here. You're gonna tell me where. You're gonna pretty much draw me a map of the castle if you can. If not, that's fine. I'll be nice. You're gonna tell me where the traps are at least. And if you got any more bricks. Oh, and where the big boss is. Oh, and any hidden rooms. Oh, and most importantly, I lean in very close. I say with a big grin on my
And
face, too.
if you're honest, I will try to make sure you maybe leave this place alone. I say that looking at Rick.
Leaning now up against...
I also pop it open.
Leaning now up against this wall with the door to his right. He sits there and he sort of hits the door a little bit and goes, well, this room right here, this is where we keep all the loot that we take from people.
If anybody comes to that door, you're dead. And I'm going to let him stick this up your ass.
Can't tell you exactly where our king is. He likes to roam the castle. There's a trap at the beginning of... There's a trap in the very front area of the castle.
I do this, like, I found it.
That would be our only trap, and we have no hidden rooms. But the treasure you seek is right here.
I want to roll an insight check.
Okay. Roll yourself an insight check.
What do I roll to see if he's lying? Like
Insight.
Insight, and I'm only allowing Charlie for this one.
But I hope I roll good. Can that... Wait, I already rolled it. Yeah, I already rolled it. Nope. I think he's telling the truth.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 5.
You sure I can't roll?
Yep.
I'm standing right next to him.
Only him.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah, you so believe him.
Well,
He
walk
just,
through that
he just
room.
keeps banging on the door. He's just like, everything from every person that we took, even from the goblins. And
If he's banging on the door, Rick wouldn't believe... Well, Rick would believe what he's saying, but he would be suspicious.
Right, fair enough.
Does John Cena see him hitting the door over and over again?
Of course, he's just sort of...
So, John
Now,
Cena...
I'll say this. I keep doing this. He's not repeatedly doing it. He's just, as he's telling all our treasure, bang, bang, right here.
Does he see him continuously keep hitting the door?
Oh, he's only hit it now about 3 times. I just keep doing this as a visual. But yes, he does see.
Okay, because if he was actually doing that, John Cena's cutting his hand off.
Okay, fair enough. Cut his hand off.
Well, no, John Cena speaks up. You hit that door one more time. Your hand is mine. And it's going up your asshole.
Fair enough, friend. Now, how about that drink?
I hand it to him. Before I hand it to him, can I make a sleight of hand check?
Yeah. What are you doing with a sleight of hand?
Let's see, where's it at? That's the other campaign, never mind. I don't have any poison in here. Other campaign.
Okay.
I hand him the glass bottle.
Okay. As he takes it, he grabs a hold of his sword and he tosses it across the room.
All right then.
And he knocks it back. And he looks at John Cena and he goes, take me with you. I'll fight alongside you. I want to see that.
Hold on.
I want to see Grohl's head on a spike as much as you do.
Really? Well, then open this door.
Hang on. John says, well, besides seeing his head on the spike, what's in it for you?
I'm guessing ruling after he's gone.
She would be right. I'm probably the strongest thing in this place besides Grohl.
Well, if you take the throne, and you become leader here, you guarantee our safe passage out?
I guarantee you anything you want. Just let me live. Even better, I won't even get in your way.
Can I insight check that?
Go ahead. As you're still inside checking.
Fuck!
John's doing an insight check on him.
Okay, inside check.
Natural. Fucking 20.
You believe him when he says that let him live and he'll get out of your way and he won't tell anyone where you're going. He'll make sure that you never see his face.
Well, I thought he was offering to fight by our side to get rid of the king.
Right, fair enough. But he's also
And
saying
then
that.
afterwards he'll disappear.
He's saying, either I help you fight, or I disappear and you never see me again.
Do I believe him on the help us fight part?
You believe him on everything he said so far.
Alright. Cut him loose, Rick.
Never had him tied up.
Yeah, he
Well,
Alright,
I
give
offer
him-
him a
give
hand
him-
help him up.
I lean back to John and I ask him. So we're not gonna kill him?
No, we're not going to kill him.
Very
If
well.
anything, it looks like we're going to put a new leader in charge.
I put my short sword up. You saved his life. Hope you know what you're doing.
Hey,
Then can you open this door for us?
oh, one thing. One quick thing. Theron, don't kill our allies this time. Jonathan,
Theron, you have
I
one.
make no promises.
Theron, if you want to keep your head on your shoulders, you will listen.
Very well, Sally.
I'm going to give you that.
Unfortunately, I cannot open this door. It is locked, and I do not have the key. And our king is the only one who has the key. Although these doors, they're old, they're flimsy, they're easy to break down.
I'm like, very well.
Believe me, I know that part.
I push him aside, and first I investigate for traps for the door. Especially the lock.
Okay.
But for the whole door. But really focused on that lock. Investigation is at 11. No, wait. That's a 12.
Well, okay, you notice that while no traps, there is a wooden bar keeping the door shut. There is a padlock on the wooden bar, and a very easy way to get to it would be just to not hit the door itself, but to hit the barricading bar.
And I try
I
to
attempt. I attempt to pick the lock.
There's no lock to pick.
You said there was a padlock.
There's a big padlock keeping the door closed.
Well, if he fails, I'm going to try and cut the lock off.
Do you have a lock picking kit?
Yes,
Okay.
I have these tools.
Okay.
I'm just checking to double check on something.
Well, he's picking the lock there. It's talking to you. So, Sophia,
All right.
I
So
cannot help but notice that you still seem to distrust me.
Whatever could give you that idea.
I don't know. Perhaps the part where you screamed I knew it when I trapped that orc.
okay.
While he's busy, you know what? I don't trust you. I don't trust a single word that comes out of
Yeah,
your goddamn
it's
mouth.
faked.
Because you
That's a
are
19
a
plus
slob
7.
piece of shit, and you have
You
made
do
it
that?
very
You
clear
pick
you
it.
don't work well with him.
Have I ever done anything?
I walk over to the hobgoblin and say,
No, but
Lock
a
is
good
open.
villain never
proceed
does
with opening the door, please.
And she's walking away from me.
So
Suffer, there is one
Suffer.
other thing.
That was close.
No,
I think he's doing it too much. But it's funny.
No, she knows why I did it.
that's
So-
a tattoo on her back.
I don't think.
There is one other thing I would
Is she in
say.
armor?
If I
Yes.
was a good villain, that would be the
Leather.
first compliment you
So
ever paid
it
me.
might ride up a little bit, shove the tramp back.
It's not a tramp stamp, it's on her shoulder blade. And it's a brand, not really a tattoo.
Also,
So he
better
the
than I'll be calling you Suffer.
so the hobgoblin
Yeah, and she'll
grabs a hold of
probably
the wooden
actually
bar.
hurt
It's
him, because that's a
actually
very religious thing
on a
she does on her
hinge.
back.
It's a very heavy
he would
wooden
know
bar.
that.
So he lifts it up
Yes, he
and
does.
holds it up and he goes, "This is the best I can do. I'll hold it open."
John Cena?
Yes.
He's standing dead beside the door and he's holding this bar up. Somebody just has to grab the door.
I'm not grabbing that door with him.
John Cena opens it.
Okay. You open the door. What do you do now?
I'm looking in the room.
Looking in the room. Okay.
Do you need me to move my sheets? Thank you.
And all but one. I tried. Is there treasure in there?
I'm missing a D4.
You're not.
The other D4. Green one.
I didn't pick it up.
Just saying.
I was like, you pat it. I ain't touch it. Fuck you. Fuck you, Eric. Fuck you.
But no, Charles, I thought you guys said that he always did wrong names.
So,
I can't remember.
I think he
Eric,
does
you're opening
on
the door?
purpose.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, Theron's doing it on purpose. He's doing it just to piss everyone off.
Oh, I know.
So that's why I said I thought he always did it. Does he only do it occasionally?
I'm not sure. It's been a while since we played with actual.
Well,
Lee.
I knew it.
So, as you open the door, a big paw comes out of the darkness of this room and takes a swipe at you.
As soon as I see that, I kill the hobgoblin.
19.
that's a hit.
It's a hit, and it's going to do.
Can I just roundhouse kick this fucking goblin out?
No,
of
you
the way?
cannot. I've done called the attack.
Hey, throw him in the room.
Let's kick him in the back and kick him.
We can't. The only way to throw him in the room would be to make a strength check. The only person strong enough is y'all two.
15.
14, 15, 16.
What, 15 damage?
Yep. The claw, this clawed paw comes down across your chest, knocking you back. Not prone, but back.
We're back outside the room.
Yeah. The door is now wide open, though, as the hobgoblin is still
How
holding
tall is
it.
the
I
hobgoblin?
stabbed the hobgoblin.
No, you don't.
Wait.
Yes, I did.
No, you don't.
Okay.
So, as that happens, knocking you out of the way, the owlbear charges out and starts to make his way towards the other door.
Where
What
did
is
I get
this?
knocked?
I'll say, where are you at? You're right there. You kind of went this way. You got hit and you just rolled out of the way.
He knocked me back here,
Yeah,
and
fair
then
enough.
he charged through there.
Yeah, and now
Then I
he's...
get attack of opportunity?
No, because he knocked you out of the way, and he's just pure run. So, who's this?
Well-
Saphir.
Who's this?
Hey.
That's the goblin.
That's the goblin. Technically, we would be the same.
Oh, hey. Well, his attack misses. He uses his head, he bulges you out of the way and continues to run completely out of sight.
The hell?
So the hobgoblin just stands there looking at all of you. What do you do?
I put a knife to his
How
back.
tall is he? How tall is he?
Human
The
I'd say
fuck?
about 6.5.
The fuck? What is
so,
that?
can I grab him by his shirt and just slam him against the wall?
Well, Shorty here is holding a knife to his throat, so he's more like this. And
No, back. And not a
So he's
knife,
putting-
sword.
not putting it to his
Then
back.
I grab him by his shirt.
He's
You got
up
3
against the
seconds.
thing and he's like this.
I'm like right there.
I'm asking him what the fuck was that.
I'm just putting a knife on his body, a sword on his body. How about that?
I told you, this is where we keep our treasure.
Let me
That-
guess. Let me guess. That was treasure.
That was treasure.
John Cena looks at him.
I look at you. Does he die yet? Your call.
Could just do one better.
You know, he has amused me. That was funny.
So
You
no.
say
then?
as you're bleeding.
I am seriously. John Cena is bleeding, patching up his wounds with bandages, with a smile on his face.
As you're sitting there doing this, the hobgoblin puts a boot straight to your chest and knocks you prone. And he stands over you and he says, "Don't ever threaten me, Shorty."
I stand up and slice his throat.
He's already walking off before you can stand up and you've got to spin. Let's see. What's it got from its movement speed?
You really want to
Can
go
I
this
do
way?
a thing? 'Cause I really want to do something right now.
He's
What's
walking
that?
off. No,
How far
he's
is
just walking off.
How much space is that?
30 feet. You have to spend half your speed to get up.
Alright, I spent half my speed to get up.
Okay.
I'm at.
Charles will catch him.
I am at. What's half of 25?
We'll say
12.
12 and a half.
12 and a half?
12.
Alright. I dash with my bonus action. I get my full movement speed plus the 12.
Okay.
And I stab him in the back.
Good. Roll some initiative.
Damn it.
Well, couldn't I do something before, like... I don't know, could I lasso his ass before he
Too
does
late.
that?
Charles.
Yeah.
And it's just you. Rest of you
19.
are watching. 19? Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
Will this be an advantage because his back is turned?
No, his back wasn't turned. He saw you coming. He knew you were coming after he knocked you down.
Natural 1.
Go ahead and roll.
Luckily.
18 plus 5.
That's a hit.
6 plus 3, 9.
9 points of damage. So,
And I am attempting to kill him this time.
so you slice him along the back of the legs, along back upper thigh area. You just swing the sword around and come back with it. He drops to his knees and he looks you in the face and says, I can't wait to watch the king kill all of you. As you stab him clean through the throat with one final stab.
Oh, could I do it a different way? What'd you I wanted to say, really, well, where you're going, take my dagger, slice his throat, right as the blade touched him. I say, where you're going, you're not going to see anything.
With that final send-off, you should have just cut out his eyes.
Could have.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
I loot the corpse, by the way.
All he's got on him is a long sword and a long bow.
He doesn't have the long sword on him, but I take the longbow.
He got the long sword on him because when he was walking that way, he walked right over it and picked it up.
That's happy.
Now, what'd you go and kill him for?
He pissed me off. I take his
It
longbow,
was
though.
funny.
He might have been funny.
He was obviously trying to gate us.
To also, as you were searching his body, you found this sort of handkerchief on him. It's sort of a handkerchief, just a hunk of cloth that had been written on with blood, and it just says Grawl on
What's
it.
that
You
mean?
reckon? The best you can guess is that he was essentially one of the loyalist fighters. So he, no matter how much he lied, you would still believe him, was just going to lead you dead into a trap.
Ah! Knew it.
Doesn't matter. He was still funny.
He was. I walked back into
But,
the room and looked for more treasure.
You,
But can I make a recommendation before we move through the castle?
Sure.
You might want to fall back or find somewhere to rest or find somewhere to barricade.
that'd be an easy enough for him because there's no doors, there's no
I
windows.
mean,
The only way is that one.
we might want to take a rest.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
Because
Well-
I'm out of spell slots.
We'll take a long rest in this castle.
Okay.
By the way, I...
Son of a bitch! I keep forgetting I can get 2 attacks 1 turn.
What?
God damn!
You gotta use an action surge, don't you?
Yeah, I can do it like once a day.
Yeah.
That's fun. But
Still, I haven't
so
used it.
I checked this room for
Okay.
gold treasure.
See,
Or traps.
all that remains of the tower's second floor, which it's not on the second floor, upon which sits a battered wooden chest. The chest is hard to see from the floor. Check the notice. The chest is unlocked. You find a potion of healing, a spell scroll of silence, and a spell scroll of revivify.
I take the spell scroll of silence and the spell scroll of revivify, hand them to our cleric, and I take the health potion.
Yeah.
Do with those as you will. I cannot use them.
Thank you.
Okay. And now,
I vote the hells take watch.
the helps.
Elves.
I'm gonna prop up against one of the walls and sleep.
Okay. For that, I'm going to give everybody 75 experience.
So where are we at now? We're at 118 or 118.
No, we were at 1. Oh god dang it. Eric.
168. And how much?
1168.
How much did we get?
What do you mean?
How much XP did you give?
Oh, 75. For everybody. Are you keeping up with that on the Theron sheet as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Plus 75?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
We're at 1243.
How did I get 1241? Not really. My math, but I might have.
Okay. So, as you're all taking a rest, you use you break off the large wooden bar that usually kept the door from opening that way, and you rig it up to where now the door can only be opened going into the room, and you rig it to where you lock it with the large barricading bar. Once again, you all take a long rest to up on your spell slots. Your health goes back to normal and everything, and I think right here would be a good spot to go ahead and call it. It's 1 o'clock. I'm trying to keep the episodes all along the same time, along the same lengths and everything. So even though Corey and them's not here, this would be about the time Corey would leave. So try to keep the episodes the same way. So we're gonna call it here. Come back the next time you see this episode. The next episode is up to see what happens when they finish going through the Cragmaw Castle. So owlbears and hobgoblins and
Longbow.
longbows.
I have a longbow.
I have a longbow.
As we're all bedding down, Theron looks at Saphira. Sleep well, supper.
Shut up.
Why does he keep calling you Suffer?
Shut up.
Never! 'Twas I, Rick!
I'm gonna pull down my hood and go to sleep.
I pull it up.
So
I pulled it up. I pulled it up, you heard me!
You know what? No. I sit there and I said, he's calling me something that he has no business knowing, which means that he is a fucking perv and has looked at me without my armor on.
Are you talking about the thing with your dad?
No.
Talking about the tramp stamp.
It is a personal marking that has to do with my religion that Theron's making fun of.
Religion? The only person here that I knew was religious is that guy. I point to Jeff.
I never asked.
Ho-ho! I just realized from Albuquerque, boy, my arm's tired.
Hey, look, it's your boyfriend, girlfriend.
Death Roaches, better scatter.
Hey,
He'll be asleep all night if you want to
what a
find him.
fine day for marrying, if I do say so for myself.
That was fun. I enjoyed it.
How the hell did you get here?
Okay, so for everybody here and for everybody not, we have been Let's Roll. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way every time we upload, you'll know it. And thank you for watching another episode. All links down in the descriptions to YouTube channels, Twitters, Tumblrs, our blog. Go check out the blog. Go check out his channel where we're going to be uploading the
Chuckles Never Seen.
Chuckles Never Seen. The first episode, the Netflix Death Note. Boy, was that fun. Next, I'd say, fair enough, we're going to be watching The Labyrinth.
Maybe.
Maybe. We're going to decide later on that.
Go to @NarutoFamGuyFan23.
Link down in the description to his Twitter, to the Couch Potato Twitter, to anything else anybody wants in there. Just check the descriptions and you can find everything.
I'll have to give you the link to my YouTube channel.
Link to our blog.
Yeah, the link to the blog's in there. Go check out the blog. Send us suggestions. Send us fan arts. Send us questions. Anything and everything. We
will do a podcast.
We occasionally do videos and or podcasts where we'll answer back, where we essentially just do a Q&A and just talk about random shit. So, thank you everybody. And remember, let's roll.
Also, is it every other Friday yet? It don't work as good, does it?
It doesn't. But fair enough. We like Critical Role. Goodbye, everybody.
Deuces.
Hey.
C'est la vie.